Darkest Dungeon. So I couldn't help it there, Ninja.
No, that's good.
Wait,
It
so
only
wait,
works if we actually do a dungeon today, though. If we don't do a dungeon, it's wasted.
Yeah, there's not a lot of dungeons in Dark Sun. It's hard to make a dungeon in sand, you know?
I don't know. I mean, the Egyptians sure hell managed.
Just make the Aladdin cave thingy.
I mean, yeah, there's the iron mines.
Egypt was temperate until 12,000 years ago.
There's got to be an area that's got these crazy canyons or like a mountain pass where you have jagged rocks that, you know, it's an outdoor dungeon, so to speak.
All right, so we wanted to do a little bit of catch up. After the gladiators had their uprising and Calic was defeated by the epic spear throw of Rickus, the mighty gladiator champion.
Rickus rolled.
Rickus rolled Calic, and Calic was defeated. He was pierced and penetrated by the Heartwood spear. And the city of Tyr, now the free city of Tyr, is currently in the hands of King Tithian. He was the former head Templar, and he is the leader of the Templars, which serve as the town guard, although they've been stripped of all their magic because they no longer have a sorcerer king to provide their warlock spells and their paladin spells. So all of them are basically just fighters now. Former paladins. They still have all of their armor and weapon proficiencies, but they can't cast the spells they used to. So they are very much disliked by the general populace, especially after the entire town was put into slavery. The heroes, the leaders that led the revolution, Rickus, Aegis, Sadira, Tithian himself was also involved. They are all trying to organize a defense of the city because it's known that the army of Uruk, under the command of King Hanuman, the sorcerer king of Uruk, is headed over towards Tyr in order to claim the iron mines, which are just to the northeast of the city of Tyr on the map here. The precious iron mines, the only iron mines in the known world that still provide the little bit of iron that exists. So, precious resource, very valuable tactically in the conflict between the city-states. And so here you are. You are the leaders of the fledgling revolution trying to hold the city together in the face of impending doom. Do you guys want to fill in Sia on what you guys did last week?
You didn't fight God, right?
No.
Okay.
Y'all did some stuff last week, right?
Not really.
God.
I mean, it was really.
I was gone after the first hour.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I had a family dinner thing to go off to.
So Sia, we heard rumors that one of the dwarves that was killed blocking the doors of the arena, and that was totally Brent's fault, by the way. He came back as a banshee because his focus was guarding the door, and we didn't let him finish that focus because, well, we killed him. So he came back as a banshee.
Technically,
and
he
so
died doing his duty.
He did die doing his duty, but I guess that wasn't quite close enough to fulfilling. The other three that we killed, they went to the afterlife satisfied that they did what they could. This guy could afterlife. So we got a bunch of the gladiators together. We borrowed some magic javelins from the city so that we'd have something that could hit a banshee. And we actually took it out surprisingly quickly, mostly due to Creus's guiding bolt that almost did max damage.
Yes.
Like, what does it do? Like 3d8 or something like that. It did 24 points of damage. 24 was max, and it did like 22.
Guiding bolt.
Ridiculous.
It's 46, I think. Yeah.
It was it first level? Wait, no. Guiding bolt is it's a first level spell. Was it the first level spell slot?
It's the most broken level first spell in the game.
No. Inflict wounds.
Inflict wounds.
That's also cleric.
Really?
No, Inflict wounds is not broken like Guiding Bolt is.
A lot of the gladiators that were with you did take considerable damage from the psychic scream of the Banshee, which does a whole bunch of necrotic damage.
As did Daggermaw, who did her
Also-
job by spotting the Banshee and yipping ferociously at it.
It was
I
in
get it,
shadow
but it was
form, moving along the ceiling, creepy like.
Yeah.
I get it.
So
You want a side quest.
No, this is these are all just quests. There's the overarching quest, and then it's filled with side quests that we have to do.
Okay.
So right now, one of the side quests is stop the gladiators from going off all half-cocked. So that
Wait,
means trying to find things to keep them busy. The gladiators want to rush. The gladiators want to form their own little nonsense super team and go and rush the Urukites without any backup.
Led by this guy, Quick Wenzer, a powerful and fast half-giant gladiator.
So
How many people were actually here last session?
5. Then it was 4, and then it was 3, and then we stopped.
Okay.
And
We played
so,
until we ran out of players.
And so we killed the Banshee. We solved the puzzle on how to make it stop coming back, because apparently if it's not put to rest by a dwarven earth cleric, they'll keep coming back at sunset every day.
Yes.
But he had a medal, so we nailed his medal to the door he was supposed to guard. So now he can guard the door for all eternity. We got
Quick Wenzer. You don't want to finish first, man.
and we got a bunch. We each got all the people that participated ended up getting 70 ceramic pieces as a reward. So I went shopping, and Norcus followed my little shopping spree. I got just some adventuring gear and some saddlebags for Daggermaw to help me carry said adventuring gear, because Bressa's not super strong. Trying to carry a whole adventuring set on her is just not going to work.
When suddenly you overheard a conversation in an alley.
Yeah. So Norcus overheard a conversation, and he went to investigate. He found an Urukite spy conversing with a local merchant. And so he busted him, called me for help. The spy got away, and Daggermaw couldn't track him. He poofed, dimension doored or teleported, or he did something to stop us from being able to track him. But we did get the merchant. We turned him over to the authorities, and Norcus and I each got an iron dagger.
Oh, okay.
And so
He seemed to know the back alleys really well, and he was able
Okay.
to evade capture by escaping into the back alleys at high speed.
Casper said you can't make it.
Oh, no. Okay.
So,
Norcus goes
I
to
guess
sleep.
Wait, what was I doing last session? I didn't go off in the woods to jerk off like what happened in Dark Adventure campaign, right?
You probably just went to an inn and went to sleep and hung out.
What happened to the silly things that used to happen when players weren't here?
We stopped doing that because somebody started smoking a lot of weed when that happened.
yeah, I don't know
Oh yeah.
what in the world that came from.
Yes,
So?
the mysterious weed.
It's a new day.
And it's a new day. So task number 1 is figure out some way to keep the gladiators distracted. That's gonna be that's like our daily quest. So we have a daily quest of keep the gladiators distracted.
There's a bunch of things that happen daily. So there are daily meetings in Calyx Old Spire there. If you go to the tower, King Tithian is meeting with various factions and counselors and discussing things. So there's a political thing you could attend. There's the gladiator thing you could go to try to keep them from running off. There's the markets that you can go to. There's always something interesting happening in the markets. So a variety of options here.
I guess it's just the 3 of us. So whatever we do, it's gonna have to be kind of low key or NPC assistance.
Wait. So I went to the inn and slept. Is that what I did? You said, Ninja?
Yeah, usually
You
if
just
you're
got up, dude.
if you're not active, we say you just go back to your room and sleep it off.
Ah, okay. All right. Wait, where's Cretus?
Good question. I sent a message. No reply yet.
We're missing Long, Creus, and
No, Long's here.
all right.
Long's here.
What? I'm hello.
Dom, Diamond, Creus, and Caster. We already know Caster isn't here.
Yeah.
Creus is unexplained form. What happened to Diamond?
Diamond said he would
He's
be
late.
late. He's going to be here a little bit later, probably around 9, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's Long?
Yeah, where's Long?
I don't know, I haven't seen him.
That will be today's running guide, folks. If anybody's out there listening.
All
By
right.
the way, I am Psychofrog. I will be playing Rensa today.
Vrensa the Urukite trying to sabotage
Until you
everybody's
die.
efforts.
Until Varessa dies.
Evil Urukite.
Yes, and her pupper Daggermaw.
Can you just betray the Urukites, please?
Another
wait till the-
betrayal?
I'm gonna wait till the end of the campaign for that.
What? What do you mean until the end of the campaign for that?
Like last campaign.
At the very last moment, like when
Do you
when,
not
you're-
know this man system?
when the two armies are clashing, that's when you sabotage everyone.
Wait, hold up. I'll be right back.
It's too late. Everything is set in motion.
Oh, that's what Medgod thought at the end of Darkest Dungeon.
All right, I'm finally back. I know I was only gone for like 2 seconds.
So I got some stats here. So based on your previous efforts, you know that many gladiators will be going into the army. Many Templars have been put into the army, and you've worked with a nobleman by the name of Minther. And Minther said he would provide 50 men because you did an adequate job of destroying the granaries of his top rival.
Yes. We got to hold the Baco about that.
Were we not promised 100 soldiers?
Yeah, we
Well-
were promised 100.
The amount of damage you did to his rival wasn't enough to get him to field 100 men, so he's only going to field 50.
What if we go back and we destroy even more of the farm?
That's something that's probably going to come up.
All right. so
He's probably going to get back at you at some point and say, you haven't done enough damage to my rival.
Oh, okay. So where's the party all currently at right now?
Probably in the inn or tavern, somewhere in the market district.
Hold on,
Usually
I
where
gotta go
everyone
eat
starts
for a
off.
sec.
So Wenzer's faction of gladiators makes up another significant portion that could be in the army if they don't run off. Then there's also among the Templars, you know that there is a rebel faction of Templars that doesn't believe in King Tithian and has refused to follow any of his orders. If they could be convinced to fight in the army, then that would add to your numbers a little bit. And then there's other nobles. There's this thing. The Templars approached the party about a Girius that they think if Girius was in command instead of Sidon, that would bring some of this rebel faction of Templars into the fold, and then you'd have like a bigger army. They think that Girius... Well, this guy Hassevel approached you, and Hassevel said that he thinks that Girius should be in command because this would cause more unity among the Templars, because they don't like Sidon as much, and Sidon was given command by Tithian, and the rebel faction doesn't like Tithian, so by association, they don't like Tithian's choice, Sidon, to lead the army of Templars in the war. Also, there's a number of free citizens that are somewhat dispossessed that are just rabble-rousing throughout the city that could also be persuaded to join the army if the leadership manages to do a good job. So that's sort of where you're at right now. You've been working at it all week, and the army's numbers are growing. You've got about 90 soldiers that you can field right now, but you really want more than that.
Do we have any idea of how many enemies are in the other? How many troops are in the other army?
It's going to be assumed to be a much larger force than yours. They'll
we
probably
going-
outnumber you 2 or 3 to 1.
Better raise that army, though.
Now, the problem is the nobles are all kind of greedy and self-serving, and many of them are not going to field the amount of soldiers that they should. Under Calic, they would obey immediately, because if not, he'd take their heads off and throw them in a pit. So now, under Tithian, they're not as scared, and many of them feel that this is their chance to sort of do their own thing and not follow the orders of Tithian. This is going to hurt the army of Tyr in the long run if they can't be wrangled into the fold of the army. Unless people can be convinced to support the free city of Tyr, the city of Tyr will quickly be conquered by Uruk.
I think we should tell them to fight because if they don't feel the soldiers, then if the Urukites take over, they will probably, the first thing that they're going to do is kind of dismantle the nobility here and put other people they like in power. So they're not going to just get to do whatever they want forever. And if they like things the way they are, they better start fielding them soldiers.
Right? So as I described, you got those locations that you could visit. You can go to the council meeting in the morning. You can talk to the gladiators anytime throughout the day. You can go to the market anytime throughout the day. Any of those 3 locations should have something going on.
All right. Well, it's morning, so we should go see the council first then. Right, Varenza? You there, Psycho?
He's probably not back yet.
Saya, what are you doing? Saya, am I the only one here? Where's Long?
Where is Soul's figurine? I got Traxxas over here.
Did Diamond say he was coming today?
Yeah, he'll be here. Here's Soul.
Eventually.
So let's see. Soul is in the inn, which is over here.
Christ will be here eventually, he said soon. It is almost half an hour late. Gonna chill and play this other mobile game.
So we're going to say Grimorn goes to see Arosta the Old and practice the ways of the mind.
Back.
Alright.
I have returned. Sorry about that, guys.
I think Morg was
I try
asking
to
you
keep
what to
it-
do next.
I mean, I heard something about letting Urk win. I mean, that doesn't sound that bad.
Well, he was saying we should go to the council meeting in the morning.
I'm back. Okay. The council meeting.
Yeah, do you want to attend the council
Yeah,
meeting in the morning?
Yes.
Why is Soul so small? I mean, I don't mind. It's just hilarious.
I mean, everybody's
Hey,
too
what's
big
that?
because they were on that battle map with the bigger squares.
I mean, we can go to the council meeting. We've got to figure out some sort of nonsense we can get the gladiators involved in to keep them hanging around. Or we need to somehow convince them to stay another day.
What if we wrangle the gladiators to do more damage to that one farm? Just do a little raid.
You could
That's
just
fun for them, right?
They're the opposite of subtle. That's the problem.
kill them.
That's the point. They don't like subtle. They want to have fun. Like
Yeah, but
let
then
them get
it's
rowdy.
but then
just
it's gonna
kill
come
them.
back on us, and I don't know. Seems
Yeah, I
very
don't know
risky.
how hush mouth some of them are though.
The merchant lords
Yeah,
are
yeah, yeah.
powerful. You managed to get away without them knowing who did the sabotage last time, but if you get caught, you'll make powerful enemies.
Yeah,
Mm.
that's what I'm trying to say. Is let's try to avoid that.
Yeah, I can use pass without a trace again.
Yeah, but they actually have to bother trying to stealth. They don't make
Someone
a
needs
stealth
to know.
roll. Then
Someone,
I mean, even if you're not trying, you get a +10.
someone needs to
you know,
know
but you
that
actually still have to make a roll. It's not just
When you have like a passive stealth,
but you have to actually be trying to stealth. Is what I'm trying to say.
I see. Okay.
You know, it's not like passive perception where you're always looking. Like if you're trying to make noise or you just don't care about making noise, you're not going to be stealthing even passively.
Even if you're trying to make noise, well, except for like yelling, but if you're like just sprinting around, you make no noise with Pass Without a Trace, and you have no shadow.
Is that what Pass Without a Trace does? Literally just remove your shadow.
It removes your shadows, removes footstep noises, just basically
Track.
makes you a ninja.
Magical scrying doesn't work unless there's like a roll or something. They have to do a contested arcana roll or something like that to get what it is. It makes it very hard to track you in like a non-strategic, in a non-combat way, but like has strategic and tactical advantages. It's pretty bomb spell because it kind of works in and out of combat situations. And it lasts a long time too. Does it last like an hour or two or something like that?
Let me see.
It lasts a long time. It's concentration, so it limits what you can do otherwise, but
Yeah,
it lasts a while.
it lasts for up to 1 hour, and yes, it is concentration.
I think, what is it? If you cast at higher levels, it lasts longer or something like that?
It does not say you can even cast it at higher levels.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways,
How can Jordan make a plus 10 better?
Not easily.
it's hard to make plus 10 better than that. All right,
It's
well, let's
kinda
go to the council
designed to
meeting,
not go much past 10.
see what we hear. I
You
mean,
cast
really,
out
at this point, our current missions are try to do more damage to that one guy's farm, try to
what?
clear out the iron mine.
Did he hire us for this, or are we just doing this?
No, he kind of told us if you damage my rival, I will contribute more troops.
Well, how would he know it was us?
We tell him the job is done.
Because, yeah, we go back and we say, hey, we did what you asked. And he said, well, I wanted more damage, so instead of 100 soldiers, I'm giving the king 50. And we weren't too happy about that, but, we didn't really, the job was already done, and it's not like you can report him to the authorities, so. So we're kind of stuck with that. So we could try to do more damage to the rival, but we got away with it once. I don't think pressing our luck is the best option. So we could see, let's go to the meeting and see if any other news pops up, if we hear of anything else. That sounds like a good idea. Yeah.
Hang on a second, I'm getting a picture. I've got a picture of all these important characters that I want to put out on the table.
Did we ever get any dirt on that one other guy to
Oh,
blackmail him
that's true.
into giving 100 soldiers?
We do have an intrigue quest. Yeah, we could try to spy on that guy and see if there's any.
Who is it?
dirt.
Senator Trexis, was it? Is that the one?
Praxis.
No.
Tyrion? The noble Tyrion, was it?
Trexus hasn't come
forgot
up
which
yet. I'm about to do that now.
Who's Traxis?
One of the senators.
One of the...
Oh. I could have swore I heard that name before this.
Did this load? What the hell?
Wait, I swear, someone had a character named Traxis. Who was it?
No.
Dragon? Diamond Dragon?
Okay. I mean, did the other one go under the table?
Yes.
There it is.
There are 2 Tyrion nobles.
Whew. All right. Let me blow this up real big. Let's take a look at these guys.
Hand Furrows.
There's a bunch of important characters when you go to any of these council meetings. Many of these you'll spot. We got Quick Wenzer, the half giant. I got his little portrait here. Senator Turax, he's real old. There's Senator Vildine, Master Syntha, Hanfrust, Councilor Turloff. Templar Hasseval, he's the guy that came and gave you the information about Templar Girius. Templar Girius is this guy down here in the bottom. Templar Ray, Verassi of Minther, Param of Uruk, this is the spy that got away. The half-elf spy.
Oh, yeah.
Caught a glimpse of his face before he disappeared into the alleys.
I forgot Brenta had another side quest from Templar Girius.
Yeah, you were asked to talk to Tithian and speak on behalf of Girius and arrange to change the command from Sidon to Girius
Sodden to him. Yep, yep.
to unite the
Lindsay, how you
Templars.
doing?
All right, so
So
you go to
yeah,
the
we
council
can
meeting.
bring that up at the council meeting too.
Yeah.
Wait, Lindsay, can I get a stream link? I
Sure.
forgot that.
It's in the chat.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Not that one, not that one. All right. You go to the council meeting. Page 76. All right. The morning council meeting is stormy. There's a lot of shouting and arguing going off. Councillor Turloff, one of the elected craftsmen, one of the main people in the Guild of Craftsmen, he accused the merchant houses of price gouging on important war supplies. There's a Master Syntha, who's the leader of the merchants, and he has demanded apologies while the craftsmen threaten to blockade the merchants. The session is in total chaos as this dispute rages on. King Tithian's just rubbing at his temples. He's annoyed at all of these underlings that can't agree. They're squabbling over seemingly minor things. He doesn't really know how to handle it at the meeting because there's just shouting and chaos, and it quickly just devolves into not so much a meeting as a riot before it ends. So Aegis and Sadira are going to approach you guys. You're sort of agents of the revolution, helping out in various ways, and they see you as useful allies. They're gonna come to you about the dispute, saying that it could erupt into a full-scale trade embargo. And if you could go to Caravan Way and prevent more trouble, that would certainly be beneficial to our war efforts here.
Prevent trouble in what way? Are you expecting?
We need problem
Someone to attack the
solvers
merchant.
to work out this dispute between the merchants and the craftsmen.
Oh man, does anyone here have high enough charisma for that?
So this is like a diplomatic thing. They need someone to do some diplomacy or some
Okay.
strong
We need a-
arming to convince. I mean, that might work too. If you have the right threats, that might do the trick. But that's up to you to figure out. There are no simple
Okay.
answers to this.
So that's a caravan. I'm gonna pass on a message, since I probably don't have Tithian's ear, regarding that their Templars seem to be breaking up camps. There's Templar loyal to King Tithian that will follow his lead, but there's an offshoot of the Templars that are not happy with Sidon being their leader and want Girius to be the new leader. According to my contacts, the rebels, the would fall in line and aid in the upcoming war if Girius was named as their leader.
Is King Tithian at the
So,
meeting?
King Tithian's at
well,
the
we
meeting.
probably can't. Yeah, but we probably don't have access to him directly. That's why I was
Ah,
passing it on to our contacts from the Revolution.
Just imagine it's
Say
sort of
it's
like Game of Thrones, how all of the nobles would go to the queen and
Meeting of the hand.
I
And
say
the
we
king-
killed the least
the
important guy
hand
in
of
the
the king
room.
and ask
even
about all
when
their problems.
we kill the least important guy in the room while everyone's looking at us, then we talk.
Would probably be Hanfrost the servant.
So I pass along the information to Aegis and Sadira, so they can let Tithian know
All right.
about the trouble brewing with the Templars, and at least what the rebel faction suggests would bringing
The
about
rebels'
a into it.
demands.
Okay. Aegis and Sidira say that you should go to the meeting and try to negotiate. See what you think. Investigate. Determine what you think the best course of action is, and we'll probably back you. We don't know who to trust among the Templars, says Sidira. She's the main person in the Veiled Alliance, and she is very distrustful of the old Templars.
What was the crowd naming again? Like they were like pricing him or something?
Sorry, say that again?
The Templar was not the craftsman was complaining about them like increasing the prices, right?
No, it's a separate thing. That's the Templars and the merchants.
Yeah, there's
This is something that came up last session. Is that there's two groups of Templars.
a
One
dispute
who's
within the
loyal to the
guards.
king.
There's
Yeah.
imagine all of the town guard. There's like 20% of them said, "Fuck the new king, we're not going to do this," and they walked off the job. So you're left with only like the remaining 80%. And of that remaining 80%, a bunch of the ones that King Tithian thought were expendable are being sent to war. And many of them are like, well, this is no good. They're just trying to get rid of us. And then there's the rebel faction that are definitely not into going. So, no matter how you slice it, you're getting a much reduced faction, much reduced military force out of it than you could get. So if you can problem solve, if you can get more of the Templars on board, that would certainly help the war effort. But they're too busy. So, like, Aegis is doing a million things a day. Sidira is trying to run the Veiled Alliance. And King Tithian is swamped with requests from every faction trying to get some measure of power over their rivals. And so he's constantly got a headache because they're all trying to get something out of him. And so he's delegating a lot of tasks to other people and the people that those people think that they can trust. So you, by the process of delegation, have gotten this job. What do you do?
But how much? But how much did they increase the price?
A lot. Price gouging is probably at least 50%.
I mean, that seems a relatively straightforward thing. We've got to convince, one way or the other, the merchants that price gouging in the middle of an emergency is just not going to work.
In dumb mood. Are you trying to die?
Yeah.
You need his life, you
Albeit
can make him pay.
fair as the necessity, but given it's a necessity, we still need to sell it in order to use it. So please reduce your prices, possibly 20-30% back from the gouge prices.
We're all gonna die if you keep the same price.
I mean, let's set, let's do temporary price fixing. That way there's less competition for prices. People aren't trying to undercut, overcut, whatever. Set a temporary, cost plus 25%. Everybody makes some money. Nobody makes too much damn money. And at the end of the day,
We don't die from an enemy army.
after we don't die from an enemy army, you guys can figure it out.
They're telling them save
Right
the
now,
fight.
the only reason, right now there's no point in the infighting if it's going to mean that the city burns.
I've drawn a line on the map here. Caravan Way is near Caravan Gate at the far end of the city. So if you head over there, that's where the merchants and the craftsmen are having their dispute in that area over there.
Let's go there
Oh, they're
first.
not at the meeting? Shit.
They're not at the meeting.
The meeting has broken up. There was chaos, and the meeting has ended. After the meeting, you were able to talk to Aegis and Sidira about going on these
Wait,
diplomatic missions.
I try to gather information on what's his name, the asshole.
Who?
There are many.
I forgot. That doesn't narrow it down. Rich guy.
So let's narrow it down.
You got the
When it
list
comes to
right here.
those-
If you look on the stream, I'll line it up. This is the list of nobles right here.
Why they all look so dirty? um, which one's the one that wouldn't give us money? He wanted 10 swords.
Vildine.
Building.
Varesi of Minther is the guy that hired you to destroy his rival's granary. Senator Vildine is the greedy bastard that wants 10 iron swords before he'll give you his army.
I want to look for dirt on him.
All right. Dirt on Senator Vildine. Make your roll.
What would that be?
Investigate, probably. You might be able to make, like, a charisma roll of some kind. Like a persuasion. Maybe you could persuade somebody to tell you some dirt that you didn't already know.
Can I get in contact with that elf servant that hates him?
Sure. You want to go find
Charisma
Hanfrost.
plus investigation.
Where would he be?
Hanfrost works for Vildine, so he would be at Vildine Manor.
Do I know where he lives?
Yeah, the party's been there before.
He lives at the manor?
He
He's a servant. He lives
Noble
in the
district.
He lives in the Noble District, yeah.
Okay.
And Hanfrost would live on the property with Vildine.
Can I sneak into the property, or I'm just able to walk in?
No, there's guards. Lots and lots of guards. Very difficult to sneak in.
How good would that stealth roll have to be?
You wouldn't have to make just one. You'd have to make like 3 rolls that would all be like over DC 20.
We come in the official duty of King Tithian to speak with Senator Vildine to raise an army.
You're there too?
Yes,
Okay.
we are the party.
Traveling together. Got it.
What he said. You already said it pretty clearly. I can't add anything on to that.
It's like, why are we stealthing? We are here on official duties. What is it?
Yeah, to gather dirt on a guy on his property. Yes, official duties. But like, is there anyone we can talk to get in?
I'm
Like,
looking
like
at this
a-
dude's page. Hang on.
Like a manager who just like state your business.
It's called a measure domo.
It doesn't say much about
Front
him.
desk.
All right. So you go and you find Hanfrost. You're there to meet the noble, but Hanfrost is there doing butler duty. He's cleaning in the front area while you're waiting. He delivers some refreshments, some
No,
water.
this is the guy that hates his boss, right?
He hates his boss. Vildine refuses to meet with you like he did last time for a considerably long period of time. You're left waiting in his waiting room for over an hour, and Hanfrost is going to be around doing his duties if you wanted to flag him down and ask him a question.
Hey, Hanfrost.
Yeah.
Hey, Hanfrost.
What? How can I help you?
How's your day going?
My day goes as every day goes. I clean and do my duties around the house, around the manor.
Oh, what do you do around here exactly?
I am Vildine Terthani's manservant. I take care of all of his needs around the house, other than the basic things like cooking.
Oh, I see. Do you like your job here?
He's a hateful man. He mistreats me constantly. I am berated daily. And he insults me to my face whenever he gets the chance. Whenever I make the slightest mistake.
Would you like to get back at him?
So, how would you like to get back at him?
What do you have in mind?
Any not so savory information you have on him? Maybe something illegal? Or legal? Or embarrassing? We'll take anything at this point.
Legal, illegal, or embarrassing, huh?
Yeah, I mean, this is a man that clearly values spite and money over anything else. We cost him both. What better revenge for you?
Hmm.
Funding an army isn't cheap. He doesn't want to do it. If we can find a way to make him do it, he'll be stewing for weeks.
Stripping away the freedom of people by what's the word? Not interrogation.
Extortion.
Extortion. Yes, that's the word.
Well, we're not
Yes.
taking any freedom from him. He's got options.
Yeah, forcing people's hand is sort of taking away people's freedom.
No. Taking away people's freedom and enslaving them and putting them in shackles and making them work half to death while you sit in your little pampered palace. That's taking people's freedom
All
for
right.
the proletariat.
Hanfros says he has been the manservant of Vildine for a long time, and he's seen many dealings. He knows a lot of things that could be harmful to Vildine. But what's in it for me?
Well, would you like we can see about arranging a position somewhere else, or perhaps simply the good value of coin is more to your liking?
I am so sorry. I have to go do something. Did I miss anything important?
We're just negotiating. So, Hanfrost the manservant is here, and he doesn't like Vildine, and he knows a lot about Vildine. And you might be able to convince him to work against Vildine in some way. But that's on you. How do you talk to him? What do you ask? What do you offer? Because he's willing to hurt Vildine. He has no love for Vildine, but he won't do it for nothing. His life is
Right.
fairly
Okay.
cozy, despite getting shit talked all the time.
Well, I say we can try. We've got the ear of several important people on the council. We could put in a word for you if you're looking to change employers, or alternatively, if you simply like the sound of a pocket full of coins, we can see what we can make happen.
All right. You're going to have to offer him a bribe, and the number will determine whether he's in or not.
All right, guys, huddle up. Just give us a second there, Handfuss.
You have
All
to
right,
have
what-
either a bribe or like an explicit offer of work with a different noble.
We know
yeah,
a
we
guy.
don't have that yet. Yeah,
We know-
saying we know a guy doesn't cut it.
You
He's
have
gonna want
contacts.
something.
You don't necessarily have to work it out right now. You can go back and forth if you need to.
We know a
You
guy.
know what?
The guy we just sort the supplies for. He's a hiring, right?
Oh, the guy that we destroyed the granary of his rival for.
Yeah, he'll glad.
Yeah.
I think he'll gladly take one of his rivals' most trusted servants, right?
I don't
This
think
guy's not the
Vildine is
rival.
his rival. Yeah.
No, he's just another merchant douchebag.
Douchebag. They're all assholes.
They are. I'm telling you. These bourgeoisie are all the same.
Oh. So,
Soon
he
they'll
doesn't
be
take-
calling the Events of the Red. I'm just telling you.
So
Oh.
is Ferenza of Myther, would we go ask him if he wants to hire him, or
threaten me.
do you
There's
want
three of
to? How much do you think we should bribe him?
We can threaten him. There's
I
three of
mean,
us.
I've got 30. Just quick question, DM.
Yeah.
So what the heck? And besides, obviously being able to live in this guy's palace, and so it's a little cozy, even if it's like the servants' quarters, which is probably way better than most middle-class people live.
Right.
What's the salary like? What does a butler of a merchant lord earn?
He probably
What's the word on the
earns
street?
2 ceramic pieces a day as a skilled hireling.
Okay, so 60 would just be a month's wages. That might be enough. A month's wages for free might be enough to convince them if we can get 60 ceramics together. I've got 30. So I
Well, we
mean,
can-
do you guys have? We could each chip in 20 if you guys have those.
Or we can threaten him.
Okay.
I don't
You
think
said
that's
we
gonna
got
work. He gets
70
threatened
last
every
time from
bloody
the,
day.
You said we
Yeah, I
got
spent.
70 earlier from the thing.
Yeah, I spent like 40 of mine
Okay.
on equipment, so I've got 30 left. So I don't think threatening him is gonna work. He gets threatened every day by his boss.
You do
Yes,
have
but what if we actually kill him if he doesn't tell us?
the party does have items of great value. Keep that in mind too. Those iron daggers that were rewarded to you are quite
Yeah.
valuable.
That's
What
137
iron dagger?
ceramic.
For
iron dagger?
finding the spies.
No. What iron dagger?
You never mentioned it. All right,
Yeah. No.
secret.
Do you keep them all for yourself?
Wow.
No. I got one, and Norcus got one. He can tell you guys if he got an iron dagger. No one's seeing this damn iron dagger until like it needs to.
All right.
When the DM snitches on you.
Well, I'm just pointing out that barter is a good option as well. If you have items of value, people will gladly take an item in exchange instead of coin.
I have 137 ceramics. I can offer him that.
The whole damn thing. You're offering him all your money.
It depends on the dirt he gives us.
Well, I mean, if you're willing to chip in 100, I can put in 20. That's like
Don't you have 40?
You know, I have 30.
I'll put it to you in mechanical terms. Every 100 that you give him will give you a +1 on the persuasion roll.
Oh Jesus!
100?
What?
What?
Okay,
kind
we
of
don't
shit?
have that. We don't have that kind of money.
Well, speak
Never
for
mind.
yourself, Sucker for him.
Well, I mean, if you put in all your money, you can give the roll an entire +1.
I still have 37 left. But in all honesty, like, what can I buy with 137 ceramics?
A lot of non-magical equipment. You can get yourself pretty outfitted in non-magical everything for that amount of money.
I'm a bard. All I want is armor, pretty much. Unless it's magical, I really don't want it.
Here, I'm going to link the shop list. So these are all the shops. If you go into the market district, you can buy any of these items on this list.
I could get the party pretty decked out with 137.
It's not that much. A lot of the armors, if they're like cool magic armors, are going to cost like 300 right out of the gate. 300 just for being masterwork.
Yeah, but I was talking about non-magical gear. Like you can get, like for about, I'll put it this way. So for about a total of 60, Vrenza has a full set of non-magical armor, weapons, and adventuring gear.
You can get well equipped with that money. It just won't be fancy.
But we're not fancy at this point yet.
Yeah.
So,
How good will
honestly,
this? I'm thinking about it, but how good is this dirt? How is dirt worth it?
we won't know till we get it. That's the thing about these type of deals. I say, who's the merchant king, the farmer merchant that wanted us to beat up his rival? Was that Verasi of Minthur?
Verasi of Minthur is the son of the noble you went to talk to, but he wouldn't deal with you. He sent his son, and his son Verasi ordered you to attack the Freydlov farm.
Well, will his son be willing to turn in the servant for more, destruction?
Freydlov.
Let's see if let's say Freydlov. Let's come back. Let's see if we can talk to Verasi of Minthur. See if he's willing to take on another very qualified servant who's unhappy with his lot and can help the overall war effort.
Are we going to meet him at the tavern again, or?
So
he met us at the tavern.
It can't hurt to ask. If he says no, we can always go back to the bribery.
So just like
Yeah.
in Skyrim, there's those guys that run around and deliver letters unerringly. And so in town here, if you pay one of these runners a couple ceramic pieces, they will deliver a message anywhere in town.
Let's do that. Well, oh yeah, it has to be verbal though, huh? So
It has to
somebody
be
can
verbal.
really-
Nobody reads or writes.
reads
generally.
and writes. Yeah, I forget. I don't know. This is I don't know if we can trust one of these runners with a message like this, other than
Hey.
meet us somewhere. We could ask
Veracity.
Veracity to meet us at the Red Kank Inn.
Hey, burn this fire. They want to meet you at the Red King.
He's done that before. He's met you there. You could send him a message, and sometime later in the afternoon, he might meet you there.
Hey, burn this fire. They want to meet you at the Red King.
So, I mean, what do you guys think? You want to just try a straight up bribe now, or you want to see if we can find this guy a new job with Veracity, who kind
Let's
of
go
owes
to
us a favor?
Variety first.
A new job is
All
worth a lot more than any amount of coin you have on you.
Yeah. So let's send a message to
coin-
Veracity saying,
Yeah.
asking if he could meet us for a business lunch at the Red Kank Inn. This could be important to the overall war effort, and we'll just leave it vague.
Also, the tabs on Varenza.
At some point,
Fine.
Hanfros will return and tell you that Vildine has decided not to see you after all, that he has other business to attend to, and he apologizes.
Oh, that's so unexpected.
After you waited a whole hour.
That's not a shock. All right.
Right.
So-
well, our business isn't directly with him anyways right now, so that's fine.
Okay.
So do we want to deal with the merchants and the tradesmen this morning? Well, before we go have our business lunch, or do we want to skip time jump straight to business lunch?
It's probably around noon, and today it is a bit stormy. One of those haboobs rolls in, and everybody's drawing their masks up around their face to keep the dust from getting in their mouth and eyes.
Oops.
All right. Well, let's go to the Red Kank Inn. We're not going to accomplish anything at the Caravan Way afternoon. At least not till evening, till this blows through.
We can invite him for dinner.
Are we taking him out for a date?
Dinner at the Red Kink Inn.
Well,
So-
we already sent the message.
So your letter said to
Alright.
meet in the evening at the Red Kankin. So if you're there later in
Oh.
the afternoon, he might be there.
All right.
And also, I added the tabs on Varenza.
Great. Thanks. Yeah.
Another thing that you have going on today is you had arranged a meeting with Girius.
Who's
Oh, that's right. Curious.
You don't know much
Where are
about
we meeting
Girius or
him?
Hasselville. Hasselville is a Templar, and Girius is a Templar commander that Hasselville thinks should be in charge of the army. They're trying to negotiate that. So you have that
Think
meeting
Girius
set up
would-
already.
I think Prius and Diamond are a bit beyond late.
Oh, Diamond's going to be here. He's probably on the road now. Give him a few minutes. He's driving back from work, I think.
Yeah. He works till just about game time.
Right.
Wait, we all got 70 ceramic pieces for beating the Banshee thing, right?
No, well, you weren't there, so no.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
I could have been even richer.
You could have been, yeah.
Was I there?
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
So before we meet with Girius, what kind of questions do we want to ask him, guys?
Hmm.
I mean, besides the obvious of, well, what's his plan in terms of using the Templars
How
for
much-
the war effort?
Does he even plan on being commander, even though Hasselville wants him in command? Like,
Yeah, does he want the job?
yeah, do you want the
Yeah,
job?
that's a good one.
Second of all, how would he deal with taking orders from Tithian if he was like a commander under Tithian? Which is sort of also like, how would you like the job under him?
Yeah.
Does
I
he
think
plan
asking
on
him what-
overthrowing Tithian?
Well, he's just gonna say no to that straight up. I mean, he's not an idiot.
Hmm.
But
Unless we
an
tell him
important-
we don't really like King Tithian either first.
Mm.
who
So
amongst us
why?
could pull that off convincingly, though?
Well, I mean, he's also a Templar, and he just decided that he killed King Calic.
Tithian claimed a lot of credit for...
Templar, so,
Tithian almost directly claimed credit for defeating Calic himself.
We all know that wasn't how that happened.
Right. Most people don't know the details, though. So to the wider populace, all they know is King Tithian said it was him that did it.
Is there any like
I mean-
important cascades of money in town?
We could undermine King Tithian in our
King-
meeting with
Oh, sorry.
Templar Girius. Tell him what really happened on the DL.
So King Kalik was a sorcerer king. He was immensely wealthy and had a cache of powerful artifacts in his possession. Those things now belong to Tithian.
Where would these be at? Just asking.
In the tower, where the council meeting is at.
Heavily guarded. So heavily guarded.
Yes.
When was the last time that stopped me?
Oh,
You're gonna have to make
Well,
a hell of a
then we're
climb
doing
check
it-
to go up
that
a
you tried to
100-foot
rob.
sheer tower with slippery walls.
Yes, the bank robbery went like superbly well.
I'm
Remember,
not helping you with that nonsense, dude. You're on your own.
I'm not going to try it, but it's tempting. It really is.
Also, Tithian's a pretty powerful wizard.
Bathroom.
He's no slouch.
What if I? What if I?
Oh,
Be,
he
what if
still
I?
has his powers.
Wizards in general can still cast their spells. As long as you're a preserver and not a defiler, you can get by. Like the Veiled Alliance and Sadira, she's a wizard. And she does all right.
What if I? What if I make the god of all stealth rolls?
Yeah, you'd have to.
I mean, you still have to make also a god of athletics roll, too.
What if I? What if I succeed on all those rolls?
Yeah, if you got 3 lucky rolls, you'd get in.
Um,
That'd be cool to see.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Then you have to get out and you have
Yeah.
to do all those rules again.
Six lucky, 6 plus athletics.
Somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 plus. 6 of them
Eight.
in a row.
Eight.
25 up.
8 lucky rolls. What would be the DC on those rolls?
All right. Well,
Probably around 25, 30.
Plus. Yeah.
Like,
here's the way this works. All right. So it's done as a downtime crime thing, and the DC is 25 for robbing the nobility. And you have to make a Dex Stealth to approach the tower. Then you have to make a Dex Thieves Tools to break inside. Let's see. And then finish with a Int Investigate or Wiz Perception or Charisma Deception check in order to bypass the guards and get in and find treasure. If you get 3 wins, you get a cool treasure. If you get 2 wins, you get half of cool treasure. If you only get 1 win, you can get away, and if you have no successes, then you do jail time.
And there's a chance if you just get the 1 and you just get away that they like know who did it, right?
Right, and then you're a wanted
or I
man.
die.
Wanted posters go up. Town guards will go after you if they catch you.
Or I
Bounty
die.
hunters like Rensa,
Right.
you
Oh
know,
wow!
get rewarded for bringing you in.
I'm looking at how high my stealth is. +4?
Oh.
I can make that work. I'm joking. I'm not gonna
All
say
right.
that.
So let's focus. So I think we're kind of ready for our meeting with Templar Girius. I failed to note on my notes though, Ninja, where we were meeting Girius. Was this also at the Red King?
Templar Girius would be in the Templar Quarter, which is those buildings surrounding the Golden Tower.
All right, let's go to his office then.
All
We've
right.
got a meeting. Go let us in.
All right, so Hasselhoff has arranged a meeting, and he'll greet you in the front area, in front of the Templar Quarter, and he'll lead you to where
We're here to meet a
Girius'
man about a
office is.
thing.
So Hasselhoff will lead the way. He's happy you took him up on his offer and arranged this with King Tithian, and he's going to lead you to Girius, where the meeting takes place.
So Hasselhoff, we're not making any promises here, but we're willing to look into this.
He's quite
Anyone
happy to
know-
hear it.
Does anyone know Pass Without a Trace?
Yeah, I do.
Eh?
That's what we used to blow up the barn and the
Mhm.
grain silo.
No, yeah.
It could work. It could work.
So
Speed 1.
focus
It'll
then.
likely get you 1 win. But that's
Yes.
it.
That's enough. At least I won't die.
Okay, so when you get to the place, Girius is here, and Girius is a well-dressed well-dressed, noble-looking Templar. He's got the green robes of the Templar Order, and he's wearing a fancy piece of headgear made of bone, and he's got an assortment of jewelry and bangles. He looks really, really flashy, like really pimped out, just like the finery of a dress officer in the military. With all of his medals and things proudly presented, like he's got one of those like North Korean style chests full of medals where the medals run all the way down his chest, and he's really putting it on display visibly. However, he doesn't say anything to you guys, and Hasselhoff is going to sort of take over the negotiations. He takes control of the meeting, presenting Girius's demands. The Old Templar remains quiet, with Hasselhoff negotiating on his behalf. He'll say, it's beneath his station as a potential commander to do the negotiations himself, and I will serve as the negotiator in this, as I have negotiating skills and quite a bit of experience in this realm of diplomacy. So,
Those some nice dudes you got there. What size are they?
Does he have no negotiating skills?
he's quite skilled. But let's discuss this. He very much would like to be the commander of the forces, and we believe that the rebel faction of Templars would be drawn back into line under new command if they were assured that it was not Tithian who had given the command, and that Tithian is not indeed trying to just get rid of the green new recruits among the Templars who are of less use to Tithian. That all clearly is untrue, and we will show them. And upon our victorious return, Girius will lead a magnificent, triumphant procession to Tithian's Golden Tower and present him with the head of Hanuman himself. Everything will go splendidly, I assure you. Girius is quite the commander, and he'll list off a number of battles that he's participated in against various rebel factions. He's got a 12 persuasion on that, talking about how he defeated groups of elven warriors, raiders, and how he had led assaults on Urukite strongholds that had taken root in some of the nearby towns, and how respected he is amongst the Templars. He's got like an 11 on that persuasion roll.
Mm-hmm. So Brent's has got a few things to say. So, well, first, can you guarantee that these wayward Templars will follow your lead and go to war against the Urukites? It seems like a lot of them would rather stay home and sit it out.
They simply need to be convinced by the right man, the right leadership to renew their pride in their duty, in their office, in their uniform.
Mm-hmm. The other thing is, as much as a successful campaign by Templar Girius would clearly merit a procession and a parade, given how new the current regime of King Tithian is, I'm not sure how wise that might be. And I'm going to go and play up my Urukite accent and say, what do you really think of King Tithian's rule?
All right, well, let's see. He has a hard time hiding his distaste at how Urukite you are.
That's racist.
Yeah, it's politics. It's politics.
However, he doesn't like, you're doing the negotiation, so he's not gonna like insult you to your face or anything. He's going to say that like he will assure you in all ways that Girius is the man for the job, and if you don't do anything about Sidon, the Templar force will be quite ineffective at fighting this war. The morale of the Templars is quite low.
That'd be, and still playing my when he says the whole the Templars would be ineffective in fighting the war. Still, my thick Urukite accent, I'd be like, and that'd be a damn shame.
Okay. Hasselhoff's growing suspicion.
Reverse psychology. Reverse psychology.
All right. Well, yeah, I don't know how to end this meeting now.
I,
He's just gonna ask you to present your case present his case to Tithian, and hopes that you will arrange it, and then they will ask you to leave.
So Hasselval, are you besides the rebel faction that would be under Girius, does he also have the support of the other 80% of the Templars as well? Or is it
Possible
only the,
assures
kind
you
of
that the Templars love Girius, and with that, he's got a 13 to persuade you.
Okay. Mm.
what's your DC? What's your DC there?
Am I supposed to roll
Well.
against him or something?
You're
I
welcome
think
to
you should-
roll insight checks anytime you want.
Okay, I will roll an insight check. I have a +2.
I know this might be a bad habit, but can I eat living things and gain their powers?
15.
No.
Not usually.
15. For
You suspect
insight.
you suspect that he's probably misleading you.
What was it that he had just said? That was misleading? Sorry.
That he assures us that all of the Templars love Girius,
Uh-huh.
and that he would unify both the 80% that are currently under Tithian and the 20% that are unhappy that ran away, and any other unhappy people, Templars that are unhappy with fighting. I don't
that
doubt
bullshit?
Girius's performance himself. I just don't know if he would replace the authority that is currently in place. As you say, that he would unify everybody.
Girius is still preening about all the praise that Hasselval has said about how good his command is. He's got a big smile on his face, and he's puffed out his chest. He's rubbing his metal.
I would still like to hear words from Girius himself. He seems like a big, how do you say, figurehead right now with no words for himself.
It would simply be beneath him to do his own negotiations. Hasselval assures you.
I am
Excuse me.
unhappy without speaking to the man himself.
Vento's about ready to just leave this meeting.
Yeah.
Okay. The meeting ends.
Did we even ask him about a taking in the servant or?
No, this is
That
different
wasn't.
meeting.
Yeah,
till
that's not
different
the
meeting.
noble guy.
I was like, wait, this meeting sounds vaguely off topic.
Rents is the guy that you're thinking about. These guys are.
Veracity.
Uh,
Veracity.
yeah, Veracity. Sorry.
Veracity.
These guys are a different military people, not nobles.
Right. The Templars, the
Yeah.
guards.
This is like the City Watch.
Right.
So this guy just likes surrounding himself with yes men. We're not gonna get a straight answer out of here. He just wants to look important. He doesn't actually want to do the work.
Yeah, that's the feeling I get, pretty much.
Vanessa's not saying this under her breath either.
Okay.
You're in charge of the negotiations, so you can go back to Tithian and say, nah, fuck that guy. Keep Sidon in charge.
Yeah, and pretty much that's what I'm gonna. Next time we meet with Sidira and Aegis, that's exactly what I'm gonna say.
However,
Yeah.
it doesn't resolve the problem.
No, it doesn't. We're still gonna need to go and meet with these rebels. We need to see if there's a guy in charge of those rebels
Yeah.
and what we can do to convince them that they're not just being sent as cannon fodder.
At least for right now, like changing the command for this doesn't solve it either. In fact, it might
No.
even make it worse.
Well, yeah, I mean, this guy is just like one of those propped up, nothing guys. He's just full of hot air. He wants to look good. And at the end of the day, he doesn't care if he's effective. He just wants that damn parade.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
I say we keep the current guy in charge because this guy, at best, will do just as good and is probably going to do worse. And see if we can figure out if there's any type of organization to these rebels. Maybe we can see if King Tithian is willing to up the ante, so to speak. Like, what is King Tithian perhaps willing to give up? How much authority do we have to negotiate with these rebel Templars?
Well, as I described earlier, because there's so much going on, he's got a million things on his plate, and he's delegated as much as he can to people that he can trust. So you guys have a lot of leeway, really.
Okay. You guys want to try to figure out who's in charge of the rebels then?
Oh, Garrus, or whatever his name was
Sidon.
not the one in charge?
He was not.
Okay.
So Sidon's the guy in charge of the 80% that's loyal to Tithian. And we don't know, then there's another 20%, which sounds like mostly newer recruits that are kind of like, oh, he's just sending us to get killed because he doesn't, like the Templars that were previously loyal to Calic.
Yeah, do they have like a de facto leader that we would talk to?
Well, that's just it. The Templars don't have a leader right now, per se. Tithian was the head Templar before he became king.
Right.
So he has vacated that position, and he gave command to Sidon. He said, Sidon, you are now the commander of the Templar army, and you will take this force of the Templar army that we're not using for base defense, and you will go out and you will confront the Uruk army in the field to stop them before they can get here. That's the order that went out at a meeting 2 days previous.
Yeah, okay. And then the 20% said fuck Sidon and left.
The 20% for the past week and a half have not come to work. They simply, after Tithian took the crown, during the week of chaos, when there were a lot of revenge killings happening against Templars, many of them simply disappeared into the wind.
Okay. So we don't even know where they are. We'd have
How
to go look
general
for them
was-
first.
How blanket was Tithian's amnesty for past bad acts of the Templars?
It was total. So Tithian, after the week of
Okay.
chaos, Tithian declared that the killings must stop, that order must be restored, that the Templars and the army will be on the streets enforcing a little bit of martial law to get things under control while they try to defend the city against an enemy invasion.
So they still have their jobs and they have amnesty, and that's still not big enough to keep them on the job, basically.
Well, many of them disappeared during the week of chaos, so an investigation might find some of them and bring them back in the fold if you can convince them that they won't be punished for disappearing. And
But a lot of them are probably just dead.
some of them might have been killed. Others, you might find them with an investigation. If you search for them, you might be able to convince them to come back.
Mm.
We can search the Warrens or other. I don't know.
Well, they're probably, I don't know where Templars would be living. We could go to Templar headquarters in essence. We could go to Templar headquarters and see if there's a neighborhood or an area of town where most of these missing guys are from. And start there.
I would assume they would have gone into hiding in some place more abandoned, run-down like area, hiding away from the rest of the populace that's trying to murder them.
No, that's not how people work. People, when people run away, they run away to places they already know. As stupid as that is, when people run away, they don't go somewhere completely new. That is like very much the exception to the rule. It's why people get caught so damn often by the cops. It's like Yeah, I'm getting out of town. I'm gonna go to my grandma's house. They're never gonna find me there.
Oh no.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Hmm?
yeah. That is it. That is exactly how people act. If I need to find one of my
I
parolees
am not
and they're
people,
not at
obviously.
home, yeah. If I need to find one of my parolees and they're not at home, they're at grandma's house, girlfriend's house, or baby mama's house. I'm telling you, it's one of those three places every single time.
Wow.
Hmm.
Grandma's harboring fugitives.
Oh my God,
That sounds
there's
like an interesting book, Grandma. Harboring Future.
they grandmas and moms that had kids later in life. Like when mom's 80 but their kids like 30. They make so many excuses for their kids' bad behavior. It's bonkers. Absolute the amount of just head in the sand
Mm. Yeah,
beyond words.
that's the nature of family. You make excuses for the worst behavior of the people you're close to.
All right, we go to the Templars and ask them for a list of family members
Assassination
of
target.
the missing Templars if we can visit their next of kin.
Oh,
So-
wow.
Yeah.
The Templars can provide you with a list of names, so you have at least a list of names to work with.
Okay.
Yeah. And in a neighborhood, I
Do we
assume they kind of have a general idea of where these people.
addresses? Yeah, neighborhoods, something like that. Anything of that
I mean,
nature,
if
or
they
just
keep
names?
decent records, anybody at least knows where to find their employees. Like the guy doesn't show up for 3 days, his commander's going to know where to go to find the guy.
Mm. Well,
See if he's sleeping it off.
many of them would have been living in the Templar barracks within the inner city there, and so if they took off, they went out into the main part of the city and are somewhere probably either in the Warrens or in the the main populous area in one of the houses somewhere.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
why I said we can go look in the Warrens.
So basically, here I'll draw like a thing on the table. When it stops lagging, they'd be in that sort of northwestern section, most likely hiding out somewhere in there.
Damn,
that's sort of a big
like
search
fourth
area.
Of the city.
It is. It is.
Right. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was saying. We need to narrow it down because just saying the Warrens doesn't narrow diddly squat. But yeah, we need to start finding like these guys. So if they're living at the barracks, they're not just holed up in an abandoned building somewhere.
So you still have
They're
80% of
staying
the
with friends and
Templars here.
family.
80% of the Templars live right here, and the other 20% are missing in here somewhere. And or dead. One or the other.
And or dead. Yeah. I'd say we do good old, feet on the ground. And, I mean, we also have here's an idea.
Everybody just split up and investigate, or
Yeah, you could do
We've
that.
got a bloodhound, and they lived in the barracks. We probably can see if we can get some items of clothing and do a little trekking.
All right.
Okay.
Yep. You could go to the barracks, and you could definitely collect some belongings that belong to each of those missing Templars.
I'm listening.
It's worth a shot. I mean, Daggermaw for
Does she have advanced?
Wait, are we?
she's got she has
expert tracking skills.
She has-
Are we using Red and Glory?
It's a bloodhound, basically.
Okay.
she has let's see, what is it? She has
Red and Glory.
da, 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 da.
Wait, Ninja, are we still using Red and Glory?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
It's my favorite book. I
Is
can't
there a
imagine
role
5e
that-
without it.
Is there a robe that increases stealth?
What they have in
A
Grit
roll?
and Glory is passive stealth. So if you're using cover, if you have light cover, you can't get less than an 8. If you have 3/4 cover, you can't get less than a 15, I think. So it gives you sort of like a passive minimum. So if you roll less than that number and you say, but I have this much cover, then you can say I keep the minimum instead of what I rolled. However, that's tricky. It's easier with a battle map. That's more for combat.
So let's see. So she's got let's see. So she has +6 to survival checks, which is what you use for
Tracking.
so she's got +6 to survival checks, plus my proficiency bonus. So she's got +8 to survival checks for tracking. And since she shares a favored enemy with me, which is humanoids, so when tracking humanoids, she has advantage. So +8
Okay.
plus advantage on tracking.
That's really strong. Yeah, you can definitely
So,
you
yeah.
can definitely acquire an article of clothing from the barracks and then use it to do a manhunt. And if the person's alive, you'll find them probably, depending on your role.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or you can find them dead in a ditch somewhere.
Right.
We're probably going to find some part of them at some point, yes.
And if you're
Daggermaw
lucky,
is
maybe there
that
will be
good.
more than one at the location you find. Maybe they're together.
Mhm.
So we do that.
So, is that a plan?
Now-
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds good. Do that.
All right.
Grab some
Let me see.
clothing.
So, I go to, is it Sidonis?
Sidon.
Sidon. So I say, yes, we're aware of the situation with your rival for the leadership position of Templar Girius. Yeah, he didn't impress us at all. We're gonna see if we can help track down those wayward Templars of yours. Could we have access to the barracks? See if we can find some of their personal effects
Of
in order
course.
to effectively track them.
If it will aid the investigation, by all means, you have access to the barracks.
Great. All right. I assume he assigns a lackey or something to us to take us around and get that stuff.
Yeah, whatever Templar's nearby, he'll whistle for him to come over and say, make sure they get what they need. He'll lead the way to the barracks.
All right. And she fails somehow.
Wow.
God
Yeah,
Almighty.
+8.
Incredible.
+8 and advantage, and the highest roll is 12.
Okay, well, an
Yikes.
unsuccessful roll doesn't mean you didn't find the body. you found some remains. Unfortunately, that person's going to be of no help to you. It's just
All right. How long did that take us? You have time to try to track another person down?
well, you're burning hours, but yeah, you could search for another person.
What about the
Right.
red cake?
I'm carrying several
Yeah.
pieces of bodies. Or not pieces of body, pieces of articles of clothing and stuff.
You've got a
For-
few hours before
Yeah.
the Red Kankin meeting, probably. He met you late in the night, probably 8 or 9 o'clock. So it's probably
Well,
only noon or 1 right now.
We'll let the Templars, who assume there's probably at least a Templar accompanying us on this search for their comrades, take care of their fallen.
Yeah,
Right.
if you want to tell the one that was assigned to you to follow you around, you could.
Yeah. All right. So
After
the second
talk-
one, we've got a bit better luck with the second search.
Okay, so you do another investigation. You take another article of clothing that you recovered from the barracks, and you have your bloodhound search around Daggermaw. She finds a trail, which is going to lead deep into the Warrens. And you'll find... Let's see. What was the roll again? 20?
MT.
20.
All right. You find Arosto the Old taking care of a group of 3 of the runaway Templars. They've shed their Templar gear and they're incognito, and they're roughing it out here in the slums. And Arosto, being the kind person he is, takes care of new arrivals into the slums that are needy, and so he's been helping them out, soup kitchen style. What do you say
All
to
right.
the 3 refugee soldiers? They're a little scared that they've been caught, that they'll face some punishment for their crime of desertion.
Have you not heard? So King Tithian, at the end of the week of chaos, granted all the Templars full amnesty.
They laugh at your comment. What assurance do we have that Tithian won't just have us killed the way that Calic would? How can we know he's any better
Well-
than the old master? New
Well,
boss,
he
same as
killed
the old one.
Gallic.
Yeah. For
So
one,
he
killed
says.
Alec.
I can't imagine him doing so.
Well, even if he didn't do the killing blow himself, he at least was part of the group that did it. So he clearly did not like Kalik himself.
They're kind of neutral about your argument. You got anything else?
Mm.
Yeah, he needs you. Right now, the Urkites are coming to invade Tyr because of all the chaos. They've seen that the Templars in the city are weak and have taken it as an opportunity to come and burn Tyr, steal the iron mines. There must be some civic pride in you, given what you decided to do with your lives as a profession.
One of them is going to have a bit of an outburst and say, "What good am I? I used to be able to call down lightning from the skies. Now all I can do is poke somebody with a dagger? What good am I in a war against Uruk?"
I mean, don't knock poking somebody with a dagger. It makes them bleed and then they die.
He feels pretty useless
Every
without
man.
without his warlock powers.
Were you always worthless before? Did you not always have these warlock powers? Were you worthless then too?
Well, just imagine if you played a warlock and all you could do is use your melee skills.
Wait, hold up. That's not bad
Combo
with pack
warrior.
boons. That's not bad with pack boons.
Well, all the pack
You don't
boons
get
are
your
gone.
pack bonuses. Yeah.
Not even pack boons.
No. Like you have your weapon and armor proficiencies and your non-magical skills,
And that's it.
and that's it. You don't get any of your class bonuses. You're not even technically a fighter, so you don't get you don't get fighter class bonuses either.
Yeah,
Honestly,
all of the paladins turned into shitty fighters, and all of the warlocks turned into shitty thieves. Like really
in all
shitty
honesty,
thieves.
I say we euthanize them all.
Hey, you need these people. You need these people
To
for
be
your
denied.
Despite being stripped of their powers, these are still a military force. So they're pretty well equipped. And better trained than the regulars.
I'm still thinking about robbing that
You
tower.
are all still better than the peasants that they're gonna arm. You would still greatly help the war effort and help your city. Please reconsider. You are indeed useful.
Okay. You've inspired one of them to join your cause.
Yes.
All right, let's just kill the rest.
Let's go. Why?
I don't know why. I just feel very bloodthirsty.
I'm gonna ask them if they find me particularly intimidating.
Hold it in, Gladiator. We need that for next week.
It's been so long without combat. Well, I've gone so long without combat.
They'll tell you that they don't fear like the regular folk. What they fear is that King Hanuman himself will show up, and he's a fucking dragon. Like the ones that didn't like come back into the fold, the ones that are like cowardly, they're like, I'm not gonna fight a dragon for anyone.
All right, being from Uruk, has Hanuman ever actually like gone to war in any type of anybody's recent memory, or does he kind of just sit in his palace and do his magical shenanigans from there?
Yeah, he has troops for that. He's not coming in here. Don't worry about it, guys.
No, I'm asking Ninja. Like, what does Brenton know about like when Uruk goes to war? Does Hanuman actually ride to war with the soldiers, or he just kind of sticks around and sends his folks to do his bidding?
It's a good question.
I mean, I assume this is something Brenton would know, having grown up there. I mean, I could do a history or something roll if you want me to.
Everybody knows that in the past he was champion of Rajat, and that he had wiped out what was it, the dwarves? He was the dwarf killer.
Well, he didn't do a good job. There are still dwarves here.
No, didn't he wipe out the gnomes or something silly like that?
Trolls. It was trolls. He was the troll scorcher.
Troll.
He was known to eradicate trolls personally in the time when he was the champion of Rajat.
Yeah, but that was hundreds of years ago.
that was quite a while ago.
And there are no trolls here.
Yeah.
However, you do know that Hamano controls every aspect of Uruk's governance and economy. He is like real hands-on. And he's considered a military genius and is known to spend much time studying.
Yeah, but they don't need to know that. That's not word on the street here.
He's
I'll
a
say-
strategist. He's not a combatant.
Yeah. So I'll say to these guys, Ha, Hanuman, I used to be from Uruk. All he does is hide in his palace and play with toy soldiers.
Wow, it says here that he's a level 27 soldier in human form, and then he can take the form of a lion. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's not a dragon.
No,
he's a lion.
We kill,
He's just
we
a
kill
big pussycat.
He's
We
a
kill
sorcerer
lions on the
king
planet
and a
of it.
shapeshifter, I guess.
Is Creus and Diamond going to be able to make it?
I'm still expecting them at some point. I thought Diamond would be here by now, but oh well.
He said he said at 9 o'clock he'd be here in a half hour, and that was 45 minutes ago.
Any minute
He
now.
said hopefully.
And I don't know what Creus's excuse is.
He said hopefully he would start making the 30-minute drive home. So he has not started making the 30-minute drive home.
Yeah, at 9 o'clock he hadn't started his 30-minute drive.
We should convince them the characters died.
And then he leaves already
Have
too.
any
I
of
guess,
our
or something.
further have any of our further arguments
Persuaded
gone
anyone.
and persuaded them?
Well, I made the roll.
There's-
You did convince the one guy, so I gave you the +1. The other two, not so much.
All right.
The inner rogue inside of me really wants to rob that tower, but I know it's going to get me killed.
Probably.
Do it
Well,
like a new character.
So I turned to the lackey that followed us and I said, so the amnesty only really applies to Templars, not former Templars, right?
Arosta the Old did not like this.
So it's only wait, the other two people who aren't Templars anymore are gonna get killed.
I mean, the implication is there.
No.
Okay.
Yes! Yes! Blood! Yeah, I mean, yeah. Nice to know we get a son.
Were we supposed to carry that out?
Mm.
No, I'm just mentioning it to the
Please.
lackey. Like,
Alright.
you know,
Man, I rolled a 2
You
and
know.
a 4 on their morale checks. All right. You've bullied them into it.
No!
they didn't like persuasion. They wanted to be terrorized. Okay.
I'm crying. Please
I
resist.
mean, I tried being nice and it clearly didn't work. So it's like, well, you know, the amnesty applies to the Templars.
Appeal to their
There's nothing in the
patriotism.
amnesty.
If their patriotism doesn't work,
No.
appeal to their survival skills.
why
yeah,
did they
yeah.
have to not
Self-preservation.
Stop
Self-preservation.
complying. Resist.
Make my day. Give me a reason to kill you.
Yeah. When we go back with these three guys in tow, I'm gonna tell Sidonis, it's like, what did work? I'm like, it's not exactly the best option, but you know, they tend not to believe the amnesty too much, but it seems that the idea that the amnesty only applies to people that are still Templars is an effective strategy. Not sure if you want to make that how widely known you want to make that, but it's an idea. Not going to be great for morale, I'm not going to lie.
Mm.
Who's morale?
The So
All right.
I think that's what we can accomplish before our meeting.
Yeah. Is it time for the meeting, or can we find more people?
You
Secret
probably still
report.
have an hour or two before the meeting. Did you want to go to the arena and do that at any point?
Wait, can I go
Oh
shopping?
yeah, we got to talk to Quick Windsor. We have to keep them around now.
Can I go shopping?
Yeah, you can go shopping. That's fine.
How much is the best armor I can find?
Well, if you look at that item list and you look at light armor is what you wear, right?
That's all I can wear.
So
I don't think he's in tabletop, so I don't know.
no,
don't
I
think
put a
you see
link
it.
for the list. You can look at it
Oh,
online.
there's light armor. Light armor.
Yeah, there's only +1 Karu leather with some iron spikes. It's not very good. There's bone-studded Urlu leather for 10. That's probably what you got.
Yeah, that's what I got. It's a studded leather armor. It's +2,
Everything else is masterwork or magic.
and all starts at 300.
This is why we need an artificer, guys. We need someone to make the magic item.
It's still not really in our. But you know what you can do? Can you use martial weapons? No, you're a bard, huh?
I'm gonna look at bard proficiencies. Can they use martial weapons?
Or shields?
Can use
I don't think they can use.
gloves?
Bards are pure casters, and right?
Pretty much.
They are now.
They didn't used to be. They used to be like a weird hybrid, like weird thief class.
So I'm basically a worse wizard. Nice to know.
A bard can use simple weapons, hand crossbows, long swords, rapiers, and short swords. In addition, you can
Okay, so
use the bard's weapons. Dark Sun has a couple bard's weapons, like the bard's comb, the bard's needle, and the bard's whip.
Bard's comb?
So, in Dark Sun, a bard is actually an assassin. So you might think that you're a musician that goes around, but the actual job of bard is like a noble assassin who sneaks into other noble houses and then uses poison to murder those nobles. So bard's comb has a hollow, like one of the tines on the comb has a hollow that contains poison, and they keep it in their hair. And then, like, when they're hanging out with the noble, they can pull out the comb, poke them, kill them with the poison, pop it back in their hair, and pretend they were never there.
So bards are just rogues.
Bards are specifically assassins in Dark Sun.
Doesn't mean you have to play your bard that way. It just means that some of the top assassins in this world happen to be bards.
Is there like a bard's order?
Well, just like if you went into the noble houses, if you're a bard, you can find work with the noble houses. They employ bards for that purpose.
Oh, okay.
Because the nobles, they're constantly doing diplomacy and throwing lavish parties, and so there's a lot of chances for a bard to get in there and do a little bit of espionage, and that's really what they're for. Yeah, obviously there's going to be real musicians, but in among them, the assassin bards.
All right. Well, who wants to talk to Wenzer? He wasn't too impressed with my talking skills last time. He wants to convince him to stay put, not run off half-cocked again.
I can do it.
All right. You're on point, Soul. Talk to the gladiators. Make sure they don't run off tomorrow morning to try to suicide run.
Wow, this is a very big deal.
Yeah. They want to do a full Naruto run straight at the army with no backup.
Naruto run. They're raiding Area 51.
Yep.
So
We could
we need to tell them to chill. They will get their moment of glory, but not right now.
just
luck.
steer them towards the iron mines.
We tried that. They weren't interested.
Maybe they're desperate enough for a fight that they'll go there now.
Well, we can ask them.
I think it's kind of pointless trying to convince idiots. I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
they're
you
here right
volunteered for the
now.
job, and we need to keep them around for another day. This is our part of our daily quest. We have to do this every day.
They are idiots.
When you get to the arena, you'll see Quick Wenzer training with the other gladiators. They have their war camp set up. They're getting ready for the great battle with Uruk. And, of course, Rikus and Sadira... not Sadira. Rikus and Neva, they're not here. They're off with Aegis and Sadira working on plans for the war. And So this basically leaves Quick Wenzer here with the forces, and he's using his persuasiveness to argue that the time for waiting is done. We need to attack. The sooner we attack, the quicker we can defeat this army. And some of the gladiators are like, "Yeah, let's go, let's get them."
So quick is not a measure of his intellectual prowess, is
No,
it?
he
He's not
is
quick in that
Wait.
sense.
he is
Is Matt-
incredibly dexterous. He is a dex fighter.
If he's persuading all of them, what is his charisma score? I must know.
14.
Wow.
He's a surprisingly convincing
Better than
half-giant.
average. Yeah.
And he's
Oh,
got
especially for a half giant.
he's got a number of
I'm-
these guys convinced.
I'm
Five-
going to
At least 5 of the
bless Sol
gladiators
to
seem
convince
really
them.
really excited about the idea of attacking.
Or not bless you. I'm gonna guidance you. Guide these poor souls before they get themselves killed.
Ah, yes. Understood. Do you guys want to die? Like, come on. You guys must be
That's
brain
one way
dead.
to do
You're
it.
going to arrest an entire army. By
Techadril
yourself.
scoffs at you. I will never lose in battle.
You're fighting a fucking army. There's like, how many of you? 10, 20, 30?
Well, in his
It's
experience,
like-
he never has lost a battle. He wins all of them.
Those are all
But
one-on-one
aren't they-
fights,
Well,
however.
yeah,
Have you
you
ever
lose.
fought 10 guys at once, all trying to
He
kill
fought
you?
like 3 beasts, but he was with Lee San.
Yeah, as long as he's got Lisanne by his side, she gives him a lot of defense. And of course,
I still don't
Conla's always
think-
watching his back too.
Yeah, I still don't think having 2 people watching your back versus like hundreds or thousands of people is going to be a good fight for this.
Techadril
What do you
has an amazing ego. He says, "Even if it's 5-1, I will slay all of my enemies."
No, you don't understand. Like we're talking like 100 to 1. Like it's
If you're judging from your numbers right now, if you guys rush the army, it wouldn't even be close. It'd be a slaughter, and we'd be losing valuable soldiers.
Techadril rolls a 10 on his int save, and he looks at his hand, and he's like, 100. Is that more than how many fingers am I holding up?
it's a lot more than 10. It's
Hey,
it's like
hey.
imagine the people here, but like if like the arena was full and they're all just like jumping on you.
The whole arena
How
full.
about-
Hmm.
How about if you wait, guys, would it be a good idea? I whispered to my party, hey guys, how about all 3 of us versus the Techadril? Would that convince them? What if we beat him?
And it's not gonna be just like all peasants. They're gonna be like armed people. They're not gonna be the spectators rushing you. They're gonna be fighters.
So, Quick Wenzer is charismatic, and he is always rabble-rousing the other gladiators. And many of them are easy to convince, and they respect him as a powerful warrior of great size and skill. And so, because of their respect, he is able to sway them a lot.
Can I contest my persuasion check?
Well, it's been
Yeah, I
attempted
did get
several
that.
times. Like even on day 1 when Rikus was there, Rikus couldn't convince him, and Rikus is like the most respected gladiator.
Can I roll a persuasion check?
What if we fight him and prove it through strength?
That would
Yes,
be the
that's-
gladiator way. Do you wish to fight him in combat? You could challenge him.
If you can't even take on 3 people, what makes you think you can take on 100? How about you fight us?
Yeah. What if but us two, me and more, we fight you, Quick Windsor.
Who, you and Sol?
Yeah.
What about Lorenzo? Isn't he
Barenza,
here?
do you want to get in on this? Where'd Barenza go? Where's Barenza? Long is here.
Where's Long? Long's here.
We really wait.
I mean-
How strong is Techadril?
What?
Is he like level 20? Because this could backfire.
No, Techadril's not that high level.
If he's level
He's,
20,
he's like
and
level
it's-
6.
Alright, that's still pretty
it's-
high.
It is.
And it's not a fight to the death. This is a fight to the knockout kind of thing.
Yes, but it can be embarrassing as all hell if we
assume.
lose. It could backfire. The gladiators might get all hyped, like some if the Chadro can do it, so can I. Let's go fight the army. Huh?
Quick
Sure.
Windsor.
Let's
Quick Windsor's gonna look at Soul and he's gonna laugh, but he's gonna look at Morg and he's gonna say, "You're a real warrior. If you can defeat me in one-on-one combat, I'll give up my my attempts to sway these men into going to fight.
That is.
But you need to prove to me
You got
that
this,
you're a
Morg.
stronger warrior than I am. Otherwise, I won't. I won't give
you
in
got your
to what you
lightsaber,
want."
Morg. You got this.
All right, I'll try to fight him.
What are you? What in that? Why are?
Now the other option,
Got this.
is the whole party could attack him, but then some of the gladiators that are on his side will jump in on his side as well. But they're gladiators. If you challenge him to a duel, he will respect the duel.
I will duel him.
All right then.
Round what? Fight.
What level is he?
We could cheat. We can cheat. It's all good.
No, we're not cheating.
But do you really think you have this, Morg?
I think this is a better option than fighting like a 3v3 gladiator versus like me, you, and Varenza.
So you, a level 2 barbarian druid versus a level 6 half giant.
He's level 4, and if he
I'm
shapeshifts
level
and
4.
rages, he's got an extra HP pool and a whole lot of resistances.
Wait, did we level up?
Yes. We're all level
Oh,
4.
yeah.
Times
we're
I can mulch.
Now we're not starting at level 1. I'm so used to that dungeon.
I mean, you can usually wild shape I think it's-
Twice?
twice, I think is the start. But I'm not sure.
Turn to
Know
an
your
ant
class.
and crawl inside its ear.
That's all I gotta say. Very class.
Turn
Sorry.
to an ant, crawl inside its ear, and then let the wild shape wear off.
Starting at level 2, can wild shape. I can use this feature twice, and I regain it at a short or long rest. Okay.
Can you turn into an ant?
Let's see. I forgot what the things were that I can transform into. I have to go look at my character sheet. Give me a
Or
second.
can you turn to insects?
I can turn into like two different things. There's 3 different things now because I've found another animal. Where's me?
We know you can turn into a Jakar.
Quick Windsor
Jakar?
calls over
Your
his
dog.
2 half-giant allies. They bring over his weapon and his armor, and they're helping him put his armor on. He puts on a Mechalot hide half-plate mail, and he equips
Is it
himself
made
with
of metal?
a Enix Chitin Echthaluk. An Echthaluk is a crescent-headed bladed weapon with a connecting rope attached to an entangling grappling hook-like thing. It's sort of like a ninja's Kasurigama.
I
Oh,
do not
well,
know what a
oh, it's a
Kasurigama is.
force, of course.
Imagine a grappling
How
hook
do you
with a
know?
chain
Chain
with a
sickle, okay.
weight at the end that they can throw out the
Yeah,
weight like a weapon. Only it's sort of reversed. So he's got the chain sickle, and then he's got the weighted end is a grappling hook, and he can hook you with the grappling hook end and cut you with the sickle end.
Okay.
It's a trademark weapon of slave hunters everywhere.
Varenza,
What?
do you know this weapon?
You don't need to look at me like that. Of course I know how to use one of those.
All right, Morg, you got this.
All right, roll initiative. You can roll it on a d20. I roll a 5. He's got
20.
dexterity. All right, he's got a 10. Can you beat his 10?
No, I have a 3.
All right. So, just to check, are you ready? Do you have your gear on, your weapon ready?
Yeah.
Your weapon's out and ready to go. All right, so that's when he's going to act. So, all right, first he's going to launch his Echthaluk in a ranged attack. Let's see. So he launches his weapon at you from a distance. Huzzah! It shoots out. He's got a 20 to hit. Does that hit?
Yes.
All right.
Oh God.
So he hits you
Might
from
seem a little.
he hits you from 20 feet away with his Ectoluke before you can react. It hits for a d6 plus 1. Ooh, max damage. It does 7 damage as it hooks into you.
Okay.
All right.
You're not raging yet, are you?
Not yet. 7. 27.
Let me look at the Grit and Glory book real quick here. Grappling weapon. Gotta look up what this does real quick. I think it's on hit it grapples. Grappling. When you hit with a melee or throw an attack using a weapon with the grappling property, you can spend your bonus action, which he does, to attempt an opposed grapple contest. You must use your attack roll, and the target uses their dexterity acrobatics. So, Morg, dex acrobatics against 20.
Attack acrobatic.
Yep. Otherwise, you get grappled.
Morg, don't embarrass us.
14.
All right. So he did grapple you. He hooks you in the leg, which means you can't move. While your weapon's grappling the target, any attack with the same weapon breaks the grapple. The grapple is broken if you or the target move out of reach. The grappled enemy can also spend an action and attempt a strength athletics or dexterity acrobatics check against your weapon mastery DC. If it succeeds, the weapon grapple is broken. If it is not, the weapon grapple... otherwise, it stays locked in. All right. And it's also a hooked weapon, which means that when it breaks the grapple, it deals damage automatically.
Ooh.
So you have a hook in you that's not coming out without hurting, which would do an additional d6. Oof. So that means you're hooked to him, and your movement is...
Okay.
So he's going to advance on you, and you can't move. So he uses his movement to get close.
Okay.
He's made his attack. He's made his bonus action. He's going to use his second attack to hit you with the bladed end with his other
So
hand.
he comes into melee. He already came to me. He's in melee.
He's a half giant, so
Striking
he's
distance now?
he's 10 feet away. He's
I
going to
think
hit
we
you.
might need to.
He's going to hit you with
Yes,
reach
great.
because he's got long arms.
I
Okay.
think we might need to cheat here, guys. Not gonna lie to you.
But he
I
only
think we
gets
might
he only gets a 16 to hit.
That still hits.
Still hits. All right.
Someone tell if I'm casting dissonant whispers on them.
Yeah, he does minimal damage though. It only does let's see, 1 damage.
They can tell, but it's just a whisper and it's
But hang on, it's
like a.
Finesse weapon, so it actually does 6.
It does 6 damage.
He added his dex to it, plus 5.
How hard can I cheat without getting caught?
He's real dexterous. Dex 20.
Wait, Ninja, I must know this.
Yeah.
Can I stealthily cast distant whispers? Or distant whispers?
I don't believe so.
It's just a verbal whisper. Wouldn't that be kind of stealthy anyway?
No.
Okay.
It's got verbal components, and you have to cast it within 60 feet. I can hear things that happen within 60 feet of me, so I would hear you dissonant whispering me and say, hey, don't do that.
You can hear someone whispering in 60 feet?
It's a magic spell that does 3d6 psychic damage. Yes, you can hear it.
So I will rage, and then can I pull out the thing so I can run at him? Hook.
It's your turn. You rage.
Yeah.
You rip out the hook. You take half damage. It did 4, so you only take 2 damage.
Okay.
No, wait, 5, but it's still 2 damage.
I told you we should have jumped them.
Should have what?
We should have jumped them.
Well, you can still try that later.
I will run up to him the 10 or 5 feet.
All right, you advance 5 feet.
I'm gonna hit him, and I'm gonna hit him with my Sun Charge Heavy Bone Spear.
Lightsaber strike.
So this does adds my strength and proficiency to hit. Proficiency at level 4 is still 2, right?
Yeah.
Okay. 2 plus strength. 5, 6. Is 20 hit him?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay. 1d8. Wait, no. This is 1d8 plus 3. Plus 1d8 plus 3 plus 1 from magic, so it's plus 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hang on. The +3 includes the +1, and then it does 2 extra
Okay.
damage from Masterwork, I think. So the +3 is the actual.
Okay. So this is also plus 6. And then when it hits him, it also, the weapon also uses a 1d4 radiant damage. So I do 15 points of damage.
15. Holy shit.
Strike him with my lightsaber.
You have a lightsaber?
Yes, lightsaber spear.
During
Stab him
the
with it.
during the big games, there was a expedition between him. Exhibition match between him and another gladiator where they both had a magic weapon that glowed and did radiant, and one was the green lightsaber and one was the red lightsaber, and it put on quite a show. And they were allowed to keep the weapons afterwards.
The red one.
Yeah, he kept the red one.
Oh, so you're the bad guy.
I'm the good guy with the bad colors.
Okay.
Yeah.
Quick Wenzer is going to. He's going to lash out with 3 quick attacks. Bam, bam,
Oh
bam.
dang! You a monk.
All right. So
Hey,
his
you are
first
mom.
attack is he takes the sickle side of his Ectholuk and he swings it. He's got a 20 to hit.
Yes.
He chops into you
Hits.
for 13 damage. Ooh. Solid.
Ooh, calf.
And
I
then
told
he,
you.
So it does 6.
yep, and then he swings into a wide swing with the Ectholuk hook, which misses with a 13, I think, right?
13 hits my armor class.
Oh, wow.
My class is 13, so
You're
it
a
hits.
little easy to hit.
Yikes.
13 AC.
So it does
Wait,
6.
how do you only have 13 AC?
You're a barbarian with 13 AC?
That's pretty normal, actually, if you're not armored.
Yeah, it's just my
Wait, you
dexterity.
get those
and my-
bonuses to. It's
Alright.
10 plus dexterity plus con. You should be
Whoa.
at least 16.
Long, how much damage did you do to him? How much damage?
So that was 6 damage, and he does it like a helicopter and swings it around with action surge for 1 more swing. But that
Oh.
one's only 14, which also hits
Yep.
for 8.
Okay, for 4 more.
Hopefully you have a lot of hit points.
I have 9 right now.
Oh,
but
man.
I will now, on my bonus action, I will transform into my. Why am I still not logging into fucking D&D Beyond? What's the thing I can transfer into? should have done it on my should have wrote it on the thing.
You turn into a bear?
What's a CR2 thing that I can transform into? Wait, no, it's CR1, sorry. I turn into one of those like soldier ant things. I forgot what they're called.
A kank?
Yeah, a cake.
Look at the stats real
Kank
quick
mode.
here. Kank. I got a CR1 kank.
Yeah.
What's the count?
But if you can turn into a CR2, you probably want to turn into something else.
No, I can only turn to CR1.
Oh, all right. Well,
Wait,
then Kank is the one.
You heal when you transform, right?
Kank's
I
got
get the yes.
these
I'm
stats.
not sure if I'm looking at the same one you're looking. This one has 37 health. And
This is the
14
one I was
AC.
looking at. It's got 37, 14 AC.
Okay.
What's the one you're
I'll
looking
use
at?
the one you're looking at.
Drop the link there. Let's see. That
This
one?
is the one I was looking at.
Kank. About the same. All right, that's fine.
Okay.
All right. Can you do other stuff after you transform? Can you still attack?
I can still use my action because wild shaping is a bonus action. So I will attack him with my pincers. Let's see. It's a D20 plus 5. Plus 5 to hit.
Yeah.
That is 17. Does that hit us?
17. I get a 12 on the save. Well, actually, hang on. 17 to hit. His armor class is 19.
Oh, wow. Okay, never mind then. Oh, wait, do I still get my, what is it, psychic thing?
You can add it if you want.
It's a D6, right?
Did you put it on strength? It's for strength-based attacks.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, okay. Well, with plus
so
5, that's a hit.
23 then. Okay.
I thought it was only to damage. You could use it to swap a damage dice.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Is it
yeah,
for damage?
it is for damage, not for to hit.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What is
I
it
don't
like the
wanna
Psy?
nerf
I think
that.
the Psy warrior can do it to hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then never mind. Okay, so that was my action and bonus action.
All right.
And that's it.
Let's see. You didn't turn into this. Do I have a beetle? I'm pretty sure I had a Kank model.
37.
I'm reading the stuff for the Echo Knight, and it seems pretty fucking cool.
Damn it! None of these objects will load. I used to have Kanks.
Is the Echo Knight like a new fighter subclass? I never heard of this.
Echo Knight.
It's from Sword Coast, I think.
Never heard of it.
This is lit. You get to summon a clone of yourself.
Yeah, he's like a temporal knight, basically. He's like a time traveling knight.
And one of these abilities is a broken tail. You can swap places with your Echo, and no matter what the distance is, it should just count as 15 feet of movement.
Yeah, but there's restrictions. Your echo has to be within a certain number of feet of you. So it's not
30
like you
feet.
can travel across. Yeah.
All right.
So it sounds built in as you make it sound.
Quick Wenzer's going to swing his weapon like a helicopter blade. And he's going to sweep at your legs.
All 6 of them.
Weapons with the tripping property are designed to catch a target off balance. When you attack, let's see, you can use your bonus action to perform a trip combat action against the same target. So here comes the attack with the main blade. That's a 19 to hit.
Yep.
Chops you for 13.
13 damage. Does 6.
And then the trip comes in. The trip's got 19.
To hit?
You have to roll to avoid being tripped. DC 19.
Okay. What is that? Dexterity?
Let's see.
Dexterity saving throw?
Against trip. Not sure.
Right. You could use, like, what is it? Acrobatics? Or
Either way, I
athletics
think.
to dodge?
Probably acrobatics to avoid it.
That's a 16.
All right.
Did I get tangled?
Yeah, you got tangled. He trips you. He pulls you down.
Okay.
He already used his action surge, so you're prone, but he didn't attack you.
Hmm.
Well, the net was an attack, wasn't it?
Well, he had to attack to do the trip attack. It's part of his
Right.
2-weapon fighting. From the Ectoluk. Just wondering if you can still do this other thing as an activation. Yeah, he can do this on hit. So when he hits you with that first attack, he gets an evil grin on his face, and he says, "Hey, friend, you should drop your weapon." With a big smile. Roll a wisdom save, Morg.
I am an ant. I have no weapon. What do you mean?
Yeah, never mind. He wouldn't do that right now. You're an ant.
You say I have no weapon. What the fuck are you talking about?
And you're already prone.
But Morg's still a man. Does that make him an Ant-Man?
Yeah.
Probably his ear and expand.
I was thinking of the quote from the Spider-Man where he's like, "You guys remember that movie with the thing where they like tie up the thing and make it fall down?"
All right, so Morg, you're down. Quick Windsor stands over you with his weapon menacingly. What do you do?
I get up from prone.
He tries to attack you.
Kick him in the balls.
He's got a 24 to hit.
Yeah, that hits the king.
He hits the
Successful.
kank for, let's see, 10.
Oh, no! You're not down, are you?
No,
It's
I'm
only
still, I'm still
5.
raging. Yeah, that's only 5 damage.
Yeah.
Oh,
And tanks have a
Okay.
ton of HP.
oh you
Yeah,
died on
it's
it.
one of the reasons
Yeah.
why
Uh,
Druid Barbs are a pretty good tank.
okay. So I try to attack. After I get up, I try to bite him again.
All right.
Don't
Oh,
you have
that's
an
even
acid
worse.
in your bite,
Even
or is
worse.
that the higher level tank that has the acid?
It does have poison,
Poison.
but I have to hit him.
Oh,
It's also paralysis
okay.
poison, so if you do land it, the fight's over.
I just
yeah,
hit him.
it's true.
Assuming his constitution is high since he's a Dexy guy. So that sucks. I missed. That's my turn.
All right. But you did get up, so he doesn't have advantage to hit you. So Quick Wenzer's going to try the same combat sequence again. He tries to hit you. He rolls an 18. So
Yeah.
that hit. He chops into you with the sickle blade for 11. Cut down to 5. And then he
Okay.
spins the hook out wide and tries to sweep the leg again. He's got 16 to trip you.
Okay. This is Dex roll again. Oh, that's a 1.
And down you go one more time. Beetle flips right back onto its shell after flipping over.
Is that his turn again?
That was his turn. Yes.
Okay, I'll get up again and try to bite him some more.
When you get up,
I see
he
what
tries to
attack.
attack you. He crit fails. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
clumsy
Table
big
time.
knight.
Let me roll on the
What's
crit
the
table and see what
table
happens.
say?
I smile. You drop your weapon, and
I was lucky he rolled a 1 there.
Smiling. Wait, you won?
Not yet.
no, he rolled a 1. No, I
Oh,
won.
All right. Quick Windsor loses his footing while attacking and falls on the ground, bumping his head. You fall prone. Roll a DC 10 con save. He just can't
I was
roll a
gonna
1.
be unconscious.
All right, he's got a 14 on his save, so he isn't knocked unconscious, but he is knocked prone.
Okay.
Jump him, jump him.
All
All
right.
right,
Bite, bite,
that
bite.
might have been a win there. He might have almost knocked himself out, but he didn't.
Wow. Even with advantage.
Oh
I rolled
no,
well.
he missed.
His AC
God
is 19,
dang.
right?
He put on half plate.
That's almost cheating right there.
He's very well equipped.
Wait, so the animal, it's like the +5, is that including its strength?
Yeah, it's with everything included. Okay,
Okay.
he's going to roll to his feet, giving you an attack of opportunity.
Does it
Wait, wait,
still
wait.
have advantage?
Doesn't he get to still add his proficiency bonus to his attacks?
It's factored in.
Oh,
Whenever
Is
you
it?
look at a monster
Yeah.
stat block, he has +2 from proficiency, and he's got +3 from strength,
Plus three
giving him
strength.
5.
Okay.
oh, okay. So you would only add the character's proficiency bonus if it was higher than the animal form stat block proficiency bonus.
And it usually wouldn't be.
Oh,
Most things are going to have
fair enough.
+2 across the board.
Okay.
Yeah, but at higher levels,
So
won't you
while he's
have
getting
higher?
up, do
I don't think
still
you can
have
summon
advantage
anything
to
higher than a
the
CR2, right?
attack reaction? CR1.
Oh.
Yeah, when he
Yeah,
gets up,
that
he's
too.
prone, so you can attack with advantage.
Okay.
Reaction attack.
Come on. Ah, 20!
At 20.
Oh, crit.
Oh, nat 20! Can we get a pog in chat? I'm
Table,
gonna say,
table.
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
it
buddy.
myself. I'm
Or
gonna say
you
it myself.
strike with extreme force. Roll an additional set of damage dice above and beyond your normal critical roll. And the
Oh,
target
nice.
suffers a level of exhaustion.
I'm not logged in, so I
Oh,
can't.
double
log in.
sevens! You
Can
take
someone say
17
pog in
points of
chat,
damage.
Please, can
Wait,
someone
wait.
say pog in chat?
He
Is
takes
it-
17
is
points of
it-
damage, and he has to make a DC 13 Constitution save, or he's poisoned for 1 minute.
Wait, and he has exhaustion, so he actually has disadvantage on saves, doesn't he? With exhaustion?
I don't think you rolled enough dice.
What?
It says you
What?
get an additional damage dice above and beyond.
Beyond the normal crit?
You're getting a times
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
So you have to roll
Okay.
another, what is it, D8?
Just roll one more?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got 7, 7, plus 3, 17, and then another for the critical hit.
Plus 5 more.
right.
23
22.
damage. Or 22? 22.
22.
22.
And then what's
Wait,
one
am I
left?
supposed to add? Am I also supposed to add my rage damage to this? Or
Yes,
Yeah.
because you're
damage?
still
Okay,
raging.
so plus 2 more. So 24 damage then.
Okay.
I didn't add the plus 2 damage from my lightsaber attack, so he has.
Another 2.
He should have had 17 more. Yeah.
Okay.
Where's the
then
level of
he has
exhaustion
to-
roll?
He has to make a
Yeah,
save,
he has
right?
to roll the Constitution
Nat 20.
save.
He
DC
gets a
13
29 on that save.
Yeah, but
Wait, is
but
that
he's
with,
got exhaustion,
That's with
doesn't
the exhaustion?
Oh, let me look. One level of exhaustion.
doesn't he have disadvantage on saves and skills with one level? Or is it just skills?
Disadvantage on strength and dexterity, ability, and skill checks, but not saves.
So not,
Okay.
And he's not able to
that's
dash.
bad. Alright, wow. That's still 22 points of damage, even if he's level, what, you said 6?
Exhaustion level 3 is saving throws. Okay.
All right, he's in bad
What'd you
shape.
say?
Hang on, was
Yeah.
that on his get up or was that your turn?
That
was on
was
his
him
get up.
getting up. So that was my attack of opportunity. So it's
All
still
right.
his turn.
Still his turn. All right, this is getting to be a close one. He grits his teeth at the kank before him. He's going to do 2 attacks. Critical hit.
Oh, no.
Fuck.
Only 11 damage though. I rolled low on that.
And then cut it
5.
in half, so 5.
However, roll an additional set of damage dice above and beyond. He got that one too.
Okay.
So that's another 1 negated.
Okay.
So
Well,
that
it
would've
would've
been
been- it would've
12.
been-
12,
Yeah, it
so
would have
take
been
another
12. So
point of damage.
it would. Yeah.
It would have gone up one. All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so he got that crit, and then he tries his offhand attack with the hook. Oh, I rolled a 19. That is also a crit.
Oh, is he a champion?
He's a champion.
Is wait, is this thing to trip me or is it to do more damage?
No, he's just trying to put you down. 12 damage, cut down to 6. Does that drop you?
Okay. No. I'm at
9
15
kink
minus
hit points.
6, 9 kink.
Oh man, you're tough. Tough kank. Well,
Well,
he-
here's the thing. Next, when it drops, he can do it again and turn into a kink with bullet points again.
Yeah.
all right.
assuming he
Mo-
has
Arm
a-
druids are ridiculous tanks.
Okay.
the
so it's gonna
gladiators
be-
are really impressed with this battle so far. A lot of them are cheering.
18. Yeah,
Ah.
he has 19 AC, right?
He dodged.
Damn, almost. Okay.
All right.
Vrenzo's
Can't do it. I
gonna
don't think I can do
put.
anything else as a bonus action.
Vrenzo
As
wants
a
to bet
king.
5. Vrenzo
Yeah,
wants
I
to
can't.
bet
I don't have
5
a bonus action as king.
ceramics on
I
Morg.
gotta take a shit. Tell me how the fight goes.
Okay.
Ninja.
Is his
Vrenzo wants to bet
is
5.
his full plate armor is it metal
Half
or is
plate.
it like just full plate of like a bone thing?
He's wearing half plate armor.
Yeah, is it made out of metal?
Mechalot. Mechalot hide half plate.
Okay.
It's a medium armor.
Animal armor thing.
Yeah. It's imagine like an ankylosaurus. It's made out of the leather from the ankylosaurus's underbelly.
I was wondering if I was just asking for like the mechanic if I could use heat metal on his armor.
No, because most armors are not made of metal. It wouldn't work on this one.
Okay.
Ninja, does anybody take my bet?
You wanted to bet
So
5 gold? Yeah, the gladiators will take you up on that bet.
Okay.
Alright.
You're betting on Morg?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vrenzo's got some party loyalty.
So Urgos cheers for Morg. You can do it! And the other half giants and some of the other gladiators are like, come on, Quick Wenzer, you can do it! And so Quick Wenzer is going to glare at you. And he's going to use the mobility feat so he can leave your threatened range without provoking an attack of opportunity after he makes an attack. So he tries to hit you. I rolled a 2. 2 plus 9. That's an 11. That doesn't hit. Amazing.
Nope.
All right.
Bounce off your armor.
So he tries to hit you. He uses mobility to move out to 20 feet, and then he swings his Ecthaluk in a wide arc. That's a 21 to hit, and it hits for 8. Cut down to 4.
Okay.
So he is now standing 20 feet back. Well, I guess there's like 15 feet in between you. Because he has to hit you at 20 feet.
Renew your animal form.
Am I what is it? Grappled now, or can I move towards him?
Nah, he was attacking, not trying to trip or hook.
Okay.
So he's just cutting you with the edge of the weapon as it swings by, helicopter blade style.
Can I just like leave my form and then use it again immediately in the same turn?
What kind of action is it to transform? I think it's an action to transform, so you probably
It's
can't
a
do both.
bonus action. Like, can I drop it and then transform again? Is what I'm asking.
Well, you don't have 2 bonus actions, so I guess not.
No, but you can use a full action as a bonus action.
How does it say I drop it? You can. You can stay and be shot at equal to maturity level. You revert back to normal form unless you expend an. You then revert. Unless you expand.
It says here that you can just transform directly from this form to a different form.
Yeah.
It says you can revert. Oh, okay.
You don't have to revert.
Yeah.
You just have to pick a new form and transform.
I can't just turn into another kink again?
You can?
Does it have to be a different one?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I'll just be a kink again.
It's a full heal. It's so broken.
I will charge him as my newly refreshed angry tank.
Can you imagine Quick Wenzer just seeing all the cuts that he did on this cake just vanish in a shimmer?
God damn it, another 18.
Oh no, 18? Golly. I mean, you have to roll 14 plus. I mean, to hit him. I mean, the odds are not in your favor.
They don't call him quick for no reason. He is very hard to hit.
Does his armor like not give him any reduction to how much dexterity he can put towards his AC though?
He can only put
Because it's,
2. He can only put 2, but it gives him an AC of 17. So that's how he gets up to 19.
Okay.
If he had more than +2 to Dex bonus, it wouldn't apply.
It actually
because he has a
his
plus
armor
one
improves
defense.
his max dex as well, so he's actually able to get +3. And the armor itself is giving him +6. So he's getting +9 from armor, which
Oh.
is why he's got 19.
Okay. Okay. Well, that sucks.
Okay. Quick
Oh,
Wenzer.
because it's master crafted.
Quick Wenzer is going to continue to be evasive. He tries one attack against you, which 16 + 9, that's a 25, and that hits.
Yeah, that hits.
For only 6, which reduces to 3. Rolled a 1 on that. That's pretty bad. So then he does the same deal where he uses mobility to get 20 feet away, and then he's going to swing at your legs. And he's got a 14 to hit.
Just hits the kink.
Just hits the kank. For 4 damage. No, wait, 5 damage. That's right.
5 damage? Okay. So that goes to 2 damage.
Yeah.
Okay. And do I go prone from it, or are you
No.
just saying
Regular
he's hitting
attack.
my
He's
legs
just slashing at your
for this
thighs.
flavor? Okay. I will rush him again. More ant clicky clacky noises on the ground.
Yep.
And fight. Come on, 14 or higher. No.
Okay, so
is-
Quick
I'm
Wenzer,
gonna get you.
he'll... Oh, man, I rolled a 1 and a 3. That sucks. Why is he rolling so bad?
Go prone again. Give me advantage. I will eat you.
Quick Wenzer loses his balance while attacking and falls prone, and his movement's reduced to 0. So he's not going to be able to do the trick
up this tree.
again. And so his second attack was with disadvantage. And I rolled even
Now they're
lower, a
nat
3.
flat.
So that's a 12. Does a 12 hit? No. Armor class
No.
14.
8
Okay.
is 14. Yep.
All right. Well, that fucked him up this turn. That critical hit was...
All right.
Critical fail was really bad for him.
Advantage. No! Failure. Why is my lecture bad?
It's real close. The back and forth. All right. Quick Wenzer uses his mobility to... No, wait. He's going to make an attack with disadvantage from the ground.
Okay.
He's got...
You would have to get up, right?
No, no, no.
or-
He can attack from the
No,
ground
I
with
guess you can
disadvantage.
crawl at half speed. Yeah.
So as long as he makes an attack, he's got a 15 to hit. Hits your kank for 11, reduced to 5, and then because he made an attack, he can use mobility. So then he, without taking an
Okay.
attack of opportunity,
I-
will get up and move.
He does 5. 28.
Hang on, he's got 40. Getting up
Sorry,
costs
27.
20. Hang on, he's gonna make an acrobatics check to jump over you. He's got.
Do you need like a running star or something? Fucking Mario.
He's got 16. He succeeds. So he's
Okay.
able to move through your space. So let's see. With 20 left, that's 10, 15, 20. He only can make it this far on this turn. Your turn.
I move towards him and nip at his heels as he jumps. Wow, goddamn.
No luck.
Oh, look.
Okay. He's going to... He's going to try to grapple you. He misses. He's going to try to grapple you... No, he's going to try a regular attack. Offhand. 12. Misses. Rolling super low.
I bite you. God damn it.
The fight goes and drags on long into the night, back and forth. The two gladiators competing intensely for hours. Okay.
Hey,
He's-
Ninja?
Yeah.
I don't think you can do a grapple check and an attack roll after that because a grapple check uses your attack action.
He's got multi-attack. He can make 2 grapple checks.
Right, but multi-attack means that you get two attacks on an attack action.
Yeah.
But if you use something else as your attack action, you don't still get another. I'm saying you're not getting multiple attack actions. You still use one attack action. It just results in two attacks.
Right. And both of them were grapples, though.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, you can replace any attack with a grapple.
I thought a grapple was a substitute for your attack action.
Well, he's
I'm
got a
back from my
grappling.
shit.
It might be
Cool.
weird for him because he's got a grappling weapon, so any attack can be a grapple.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I'm not taking my shit. Who on?
It's going back and forth. Neither of them can hit each other for the most part.
Yeah. I just need one decisive blow. I
Alright.
need one more hit in on him.
So he missed you. What's your attack?
Will a dissonant whispers help?
God damn it.
Okay. That's a 24 to hit, followed up
Yep.
by an 18 to hit.
Yeah, both hit. What is the damage?
We got 7 and 2,
Alright, so
3 and 1,
It,
4 damage.
4 damage? Okay. This is getting dangerous. I don't have any more transformations after this. I must fight him.
One of these hits has to land.
Wow.
It's been a while. I just heard gunshots. It's been the first time in a while. I forgot I live in Detroit for a bit.
Oh, well. I hear gunshots all the time, but like I just assume it's hunters, and I'm fine with it.
You assume it's hunters.
Yeah.
Do you live in like the
Alright,
outback?
that's my turn.
I live in kind of a rural area. There's a lot of wild patches of ground where people can go off and hunt around here.
There are a lot of hillbillies.
Not hillbillies. I mean, this is sort of like suburb territory. But it is pretty
So just-
rural.
Okay.
Fight me once or.
Okay, so you missed. He hit. What was your move this turn?
I tried buying him for 13, so it
Okay, back to him.
didn't do anything.
Okay.
Yep.
He's got a 22 to hit, and then offhand
Yep.
attack is 23. That's gonna do 8 and 2, so that becomes 4 and 1, 5 damage.
Okay. I'm at 18 now as a kink. Yeah, still not working for me. Can't find him.
All right, crit fail on my first roll
Yes.
again. You lunge past an enemy, exposing yourself to his attack. The enemy you are attacking is able to use their reaction to attack you.
I do it. I take the attack and I fail. God dang it.
After he missed with that attack, he turns into a spin and brings the rope around. It misses, flies over your head, over your kank head. Your move.
I keep trying to bite him. Munch, munch, munch. No! Where's my luck?
Where's my luck? I
Where
rolled a
is it?
1 again.
Where's the combat
Is
at?
that
You
like
just missed
4 or 5 ones?
You
How
lose
many
your grip
I
as you
know.
attack. Roll a DC 10 dexterity check, or you lose your weapon.
I yell out loud.
That's
Just
not hard
fucking
for
kill
him.
him already.
Plus
All right.
5.
He's got +5. I rolled a 5. He's
Trying not to be lethal.
All right.
Wait, can I
so
get the top of my lungs? Just fucking kill him already.
the other attack's 14. 7. So that does 3.
Oh, he landed hit. He does
Yeah,
the
his
damage.
his offhand attack did 7. So cut down to 3.
Okay. That was his turn?
Mhm.
Okay.
Where's my epic battle music?
Wow. Okay. 4. Nope.
Wow. More cannot hit the broadside of a barn. All right.
2 of them would have hit if I used my lightsaber because it has an extra +1 compared to the king's biting.
Okay. 16 to hit, followed by crit.
Both hit.
Okay.
I'm
So
gonna lose my king. Oh,
with the sickle, he hits max damage, 13.
Okay, so it does 6.
Yep. Offhand
Are you
attack,
holding
crit does 9, becomes 4.
Okay, I'm at 5 health as a kink.
Kill him! Just fucking kill him all.
Quick Windsor's a tough bastard. Real hard to hit.
Are you sure you don't want that dissonant whispers?
I will have my honor.
Your Honor, we're trying to convince them not to commit suicide. I think we're doing them a favor.
I hit
You hit him.
it! Fuck you, Windsor!
Well, let's see it.
Oh, 6 damage. Plus 2 I rage. I'm raging. Do 8 damage.
Please.
Poison you 13 DC Constitution.
He makes a Constitution save with +9. He's got a 19.
Holy fuck! Why is his DC so high? Why is his save so high?
Fighter's
Yeah.
pick con as a save.
Okay. How's he looking?
Pretty bad.
My clothes.
Pretty bad. You can tell he's wounded.
Dissonant whispers. What finished the job pretty nicely.
You're both in bad shape.
Alright.
If you want
This
to
is
just cheat. Are people watching the fight?
Everybody's watching.
Everybody's
Everybody's
watching.
cheering and going crazy. All right.
Wait,
Quick
cheering.
Windsor.
They can't hear me.
He attacks.
Are we gonna be late for the meeting?
14. He chops
Just
into your
hits.
beetle hide. Max damage 13.
Ooh, 13 goes to 6. My kink form goes away, and I take 1 point of damage to me.
All right. You revert to human form. Your weapon reappears in your hand, right?
Yes.
All right. At that moment, Quick Windsor gets the evil grin on his face and says, "Hey, friend, drop your weapon." Roll a wisdom save.
Wisdom save. I do have +2.
It's a DC 12.
18.
All right. So for a moment, magic enchantment crosses your mind, and you feel like you should drop your weapon for your good friend Windsor, but you quickly shrug it off and realize it's a dirty trick.
Do that. I'm fighting you.
Okay, so
All
that
right.
was Quick Windsor's turn. What do you do?
Okay. I'm going to let's see. Can do. Can do. How much health do I have? I have 8 health. Wisdom.
So fucking
Sure.
epic. Battle music raging.
Kind of worried if I should use Cure Wounds or not. Cure.
Wait, is it possible to call a timeout?
No.
I will just try to hit him one more time with my glowing spear. Now that I have it. Ah, it's a 15.
Please, kill him. Please. Please. We can't afford to lose this.
Okay. He
Okay.
gets a 22 to hit.
Yep.
12 damage, reduces to 6.
Yikes! I'm probably gonna die.
And
How low are
then,
you?
and then he's going to try to trip you with his offhand. He's got a 20. DC 20 to avoid being tripped.
$18 or higher. Nope, I am tripped.
Okay. You go down. It does no damage, but it does trip you.
Okay.
That was his bonus action. What do you do?
On my turn, I will try to heal with Cure Wounds, which does it's a D8 plus right? Is it D8?
D8 plus your wisdom modifier. If you
Okay.
cast it as a higher level spell, you can do 2d8.
I will cast it as a oops, wrong dice. As a second level. Heal 11.
Pretty good.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to renew my rage. That's my turn.
Okay. You heal up. You renew your rage. You're still prone, though, right?
up.
Yeah, I'm gonna stand up.
Okay. Quick Windsor will try to hit you when you stand up, of course. 14 hits your armor class.
Does hit. Yep.
Does 8 reduce to 4.
Okay.
All right. So that was the end of your turn. Quick Windsor is going to try to attack you twice with his combo. He has an 11, which misses. And then the offhand is a 24, which only does 3 damage, reduced to 1.
Okay. I will stab you with my lightsaber. No, 17. Wow.
He's
is
got
beautiful.
a 21.
Yeah.
And then his offhand is a
Did he get 4 attacks?
21.
He gets 2.
Okay.
Both, yeah.
11 and 3. So
Does he have
that's
advantage?
5 and 1, 6 damage this turn.
Okay.
Back to
Like,
you.
does he have advantage or something? Did he just attack 4 times?
Well, he hits almost every time anyway, so I'm not even rolling the advantage ones. He's got +9 to hit. He's a monster.
And more if you beat him, my respect will only go up.
Wow. I failed to hit him.
Oh no.
I'm going to get knocked unconscious.
Quick Windsor attacks. 17.
Oh, what?
That'll hit, and then 12. That'll hit.
12 does not hit.
Well, no, I'm not adding his modifier of +9. I'm just
okay.
looking at the actual roll. Okay, so 9 and 4. That turns into 4 and 2. 6 damage this turn.
I get knocked unconscious.
All right. After an intense battle, he knocks Morg unconscious, and then he drops to one knee, thoroughly exhausted, and he slumps over, gasping, and he's like,
Are you gonna stay here?
Can't believe I won. Oh, I'm so injured. I need a rest.
It's still too late for that dissonant whisper.
Yes. Yes.
All right.
Can
Well,
I
Quick
still
Windsor,
talk or I'm completely knocked out.
you wake up after a few moments. Quick Windsor is extremely exhausted.
Okay. When I do get a
I'll,
wake up, I'll be like, you still think it's a good idea when you had this much trouble fighting one guy that you're gonna fight an army? You're a dumbass!
You're a dumb-
I'm level 3, I'm level 4!
All
I'm
right.
gonna toss you a cure wounds there.
So the person you bet with wants his five ceramic pieces, for instance.
Yeah, of course.
All right. They take their winnings and they say, you shouldn't have bet against Quick Vrenza. He's quite the champion, isn't he? You saw how well he performed in that battle.
He did it pretty good. I think my friend more than held his own though.
But he used magic.
Well, so is Mike Windsor.
But they're
You
trying
didn't
to
see
use
that
magic
dirty
against
trick
me.
that he tried to pull, commanding him to drop his weapon?
Hey,
I
nobody could
definitely
tell.
smelled the.
The only one who's actually aware of that is Morg, because you're aware when you beat a charm spell, you're aware that you were just charmed.
Wait,
I am.
didn't I notice the magic?
Nobody else would have seen
He
it,
said, Morg said that was a dirty magical trick.
but nobody else saw what the trick was. Unless I
Wait, what did I
talked to him
know
after the
what it
fact.
was? I'm
All right.
It's a subtle one. He can get his opponent to drop his weapon after a hit, which gives him a big advantage. All right,
Although
so
you won respectively, I still have to say that I don't think it's a good idea to fight an army of way more people than just myself.
in the guide it says if you can defeat him in combat, you win. But because you injured him so badly, he's at least too injured to go running out to fight today, so that's still considered a win.
Cool.
It's just
good
not
to know.
permanent win.
It's not the perma win, but it counts as one of your wins. because at least it kept the army from leaving today.
I'll take it.
Yeah, right.
Go heal myself.
Yeah. You earned that one the hard way. Oh, this is a new day, so I guess
Oh wow.
Daggermaw's back to full hit points, huh?
So when stuff happens, I roll a dice to see how many of the gladiators are swayed. I rolled max on that, so 6 of the gladiators were swayed to your side by the fight.
Oh, nice.
But what about that meeting at the inn?
Yeah, that's coming up next.
That's next.
On the next episode,
More after this message from Rage Shadow.
Shadow Legends. Ninja, take it away.
All right.
Prepare for battle and adventure.
Ninja, take it away. Silence. Okay.
Prepare for trouble. Make it double.
Okay, I heal max. I used all the
That's
spell
a
slots
lot.
I had. I used all my spell slots to heal.
Why did you do that instead of using your hit dice? You forgot you had hit dice, didn't you?
Yeah, but also we're gonna go. We're also gonna see that guy like really soon. I don't think we have an hour to take a short rest.
Dude, Hexblade Warlocks.
We're having dinner with the guy. We're having a working dinner. That's the definition of a short rest.
Yeah, but I don't think I want to show up to the work dinner bloodied.
Ninja.
Fair, fair.
Do Hexblades get? Do they get more smites than a paladin?
I don't think so. I thought paladins were the best smiters.
Plus, I can't. I don't have any other spells that are useful for conversing, anyways, other than guidance. But that's a cantrip, so I don't need my spell slots for this.
What if we get into a bar fight with this guy?
What are you gonna do that's gonna cause a bar fight? I look at you angrily and suspiciously.
By tomorrow, Quick Wenzer's only going to have 18 damage left.
Wait, he was at 18 health?
No, he was at negative 49, but he healed for 31 overnight.
He's spending a bunch of hit dice overnight.
All 7 of his hit
Oh.
dice.
How low was
I'm gonna. Oh, he's level 7. Damn, I fought someone 3 levels higher than me. All right,
And you
I
almost
still,
won.
like, nearly
Wait.
put him down. I'm still proud of that.
How low was he?
Very low.
How well the fight's over, so can we know?
I'll beat it into him again
You,
tomorrow.
you know that he was bloodied, so he was more than 75% beaten.
You're not gonna let us know how low he was?
Nope. In case you want to fight him again tomorrow.
You're blue balling me. I need to know.
You'll know when I do enough damage to put him down.
You know it's more
to
than
knock his ass out.
probably more than 50.
Okay.
Okay, so the next order of business, I guess you're going to go to the meeting with Verasi Minther.
Yes.
All right.
Is it Verasi? I swear I heard that name before.
Verasi's agreed to meet you. Back when Mad God was playing with us, Verasi was the noble that got him thrown into slavery. But he's not around, so there wasn't any bad blood between Verasi and him to mess up the negotiations.
And who's the name of the? So we've got. All right. So hold on. Let me make sure I got the names all written down correctly. I'm awful.
Well, I've got my cheat
Remember
sheet
me.
here, so you can look at this and see all the names of the senators.
Right, but the senator, who was it? Senator Bill Dean, the one that we're trying to blackmail.
Yeah, Vildine's the one we're trying to blackmail. Verasi's the one that we're talking to see if he wants
He'll
the
take
Right.
in Hanfus.
hireling and what other job
And-
he needs us to do to get the other 50 soldiers.
Right.
Was it his dad or something?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
what's the name of the butler again?
Hanfus.
Hanfrost.
Handfrost.
All right, Psycho Frog, you handle the dealings. I gotta go to the bathroom real quick.
All right. So we meet. I assume we get to the Red Cake Inn. Renzi's there, or we wait for him to arrive.
Verasi got your message. I rolled a 19, so yeah, he showed up.
Okay, good. So I asked for secluded booth in the corner where we can conduct business.
Yep.
So I don't want to.
He actually has a private room where he'll do any business, so
Oh,
he gets like a
excellent.
private hall that he can have food and drink brought to. So he's got some servants giving him the lap of luxury while he talks to you.
Well, thank you for meeting us again, Varancy of Mentor. So,
Yes, yes. What is
as
it?
you know, so we've been working on expanding Tier's readiness. And so we had two questions for you. The first of which is, well, two topics, I should say, rather than two questions. The first is, what can we do for you for your family in order to secure the additional 50 soldiers your father said would be available?
It seems as if our rivals have recovered quickly from the exploded granary. More must be done to ensure that our domination of the market takes place. So, if you would perhaps do a better job of it, we might see to put more men forward. Remember, though,
attack rivals.
none of this must be traced back to us. It must be done with secrecy and plausible deniability.
Of course, of
I
course.
see. I see.
And quick question. So what is your opinion of the esteemed, I kind of say it with a smirk, Senator Vildine?
Senator Vildine, an incredibly wealthy man. I don't think there's anything he loves in this world more than coin.
True, true. He's been highly resistant towards helping the war effort for anything even approximating a reasonable favor or price.
Oh, no doubt.
I
I'm sure he
think we're gonna
demanded a
have
king's
to-
ransom to do anything.
Exactly. We're gonna have to use more subtle methods, and we've got an ability to do so. But one of his retainers has proved to be quite willing to help us for a price. He's not happy with his position there at all. I was hoping your family might have the room to spare for a new employee. He seems rather loyal as long as he's not mistreated, and from what I've seen and heard, Bill Dean has done quite a number on making this guy's life pleasant.
A servant? What do I care of servants? Fine, fine. Do a good job for us. Make sure the Freydlove farm is more damaged than it is, and we'll see.
Wait, more than it currently is.
Yeah, you didn't do enough damage. One granary wasn't enough to really cripple the rival. And
So, kind of a 2-for-1. We'll get the soldiers and we'll secure a position for this servant.
This job will be a lot easier if we had a fire cleric.
I think we can make that work.
All right. See that it is done then.
Gonna have to wait till morning if I want to use pass without a trace again, though.
He only
Oh,
has
yeah, you did go and burn on the spell slots, didn't you?
Not only that, it's just I don't have it equipped. I don't have it prepared.
Oh, you gotta rememorize it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, he did say we had to do it that night, so I guess we can do it tomorrow night after we do our other things, and hopefully Krios will show up and he can go a little pyromaniac on it for us again.
Yeah.
So I don't know what else we can accomplish tonight. We've done quite a bit during the day with only 3 of us here.
We can also see about those merchants. That
Oh,
is on
that's
the
right.
list. Can go to the night market and
was
talk
on
to
the
the
list.
merchants.
Yeah. Let's. Is there still time in the day to go and take care of that piece of business, Ninja?
Okay. So you travel to Caravanway, and when you get there, there's almost a riot going on. You find the craftsmen blocking the doors to Syntha's Emporium. Mercenary guards are trying to open paths through the protesters. Turloff stands on a wagon near the forefront, haranguing the crowd. Both sides shout, accuse, and threaten each other. A knot of mercenaries suddenly forces its way through the crowd and drags Turloff from the wagon. Many people in the crowd begin to shout and boo and hiss at Syntha's guardsmen. And it seems as if some decisive action must be taken immediately, or this will devolve into a riot. So, what do you do? What do you do? when
We
you
rescue
arrive?
Turloff. I say we've got to get him out away from those guards, those mercenaries. Are you with me? Looking at Morgan. So,
I am with you.
What are we doing?
we're getting the leader of the tradesmen free from the merchants' goons.
So we need to do a breakout. Do we need like I don't know, pickblocking stuffs?
Criminal activity?
No, they're trying to drag them away. It's not criminal activity. These aren't guardsmen. These aren't the city watch. It's a riot, and they're about to drag them away. The leader of the tradesmen and do God knows what with them.
Probably murder him.
Probably. So let's get a stop to that.
Yes.
Um,
I get my rages back after a short rest. Is there only a long rest? Oh,
I'm
I'll
not
get
sure.
rages back after a long rest. Damn.
No
I do
rages.
get
for
my-
me.
yeah, you're done with your raging.
I do get my
You get-
short. My if we did get a short rest benefit from the dinner meeting and just sitting down and talking, then I would have my transformations at least.
All right.
Yeah, we could say that took an hour in the inn. There was food and drink.
Venus, get off my desk.
Excellent.
Get off.
All right. We ride to the rescue. So to speak.
Okay. The crowd wants Turloff released and his captors punished. Your party steps forward. What do you say?
Never fear. The
We don't have a party name yet. Shh.
we're here.
So
The Three Musketeers.
release him immediately.
All right. The crowd is backing you, and they say, "Yeah, release him immediately." The guards are surprised by the reaction of the crowd.
We need to speak with your boss, but first, unless you really want to be torn apart by an angry mob, I'd suggest you release him.
Or an angry me.
The guards look at each other and say, "What assurances do we have? We won't release him until you get this crowd to disperse."
There's no way they're going to disperse ahead of time. But release him, and if we must, we'll escort you through this crowd.
Hmm.
If they leave, what's stopping you from just taking the person?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. The crowd is upset, and they want Turloff released immediately. And you're trying to get Turloff released, so they're sort of on your side. But the guards won't release Turloff unless they have some assurances that they are safe from the crowd.
I'll say, give them a bit of space. We'll let go of Turloff. We will walk them away, and then we will speak with their boss.
What do you say to the crowd to convince them, though?
That's what I'm telling them. I'm saying,
He's talking to the
give them
crowd.
some space. I'm talking to the crowd. Give them some space. I'm not saying disperse, just back off a bit so they're not feeling as threatened. When they let go of Turloff, we will escort them away, and then we're going to speak with their boss.
All right. The crowd backs off, and you're able to release Turloff and escort the guards to Master Synth's shop.
So, Master Synthus, we need to speak. This chaos cannot continue. Is he gonna speak with us?
He's angry. He's very
Oh,
angry.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
He's angry that he didn't get to capture the person. Is that what was
Yeah.
to
He's
thought?
angry we took his side. Yeah, I'm sure.
You took Turloff's side instead of his, so he's pretty upset. You're gonna have to use authority. You're gonna have to invoke King Tithian, possibly other nobles, Aegus, Sadira. You're gonna have to
Yeah.
present some authority that will bend him.
King Tithian has King Tithian and the council have tasked us to resolve this issue, and resolve it we will. So speak with us. Let us see if we can reach something resembling
An agreement.
mutual agreement, rather than having to dictate terms.
All right. So you're forcing his hand. He's gonna have to lower his prices.
Yeah.
So he's not gonna be happy about that, but he will agree. He'll concede.
Okay. Then we'll go back out and speak with. Is it, not Traxxas. It's I can't pronounce his name. It's
Tiffy.
Tithian. Tithian. Thank you. We'll speak with Tithian and tell him
The
We've spoken
market
with-
prices have been adjusted.
the market prices will be adjusted. Clearly, it's a time of strife. They'll probably not be as low as they used to be, but they won't be gouging the common folk and the tradesmen beyond what a normal emergency would probably call for. We're going to need your support for the work effort. Every man needs to do their bit.
He grudgingly agrees. But he seems very unhappy.
Well, what more do you want? We
It's
brought
like
the
I
prices
want
down.
regular prices.
I mean,
Now you're on the right side. He is price gouging. It's bad for the army. It's bad for the city. However, you're hurting his bottom line, and so he's not going to take that kindly.
how am I hurting
Wait,
Tithian's
we're
bottom
not-
line?
Wait, what is-
I think he's thinking that we're still talking to.
What's the bottom line mean?
Yeah, no. We're done with the merchant. He lowered his prices. We're done. I'm not sitting there humiliating him. I went outside to speak with Tithian, the leader of the tradesmen, saying that.
Tithian's
Tithian's the king.
king.
I thought you were saying you were going all the way to talk to the king.
Oh, sorry. No, I meant to talk to the leader of the
The other
tradesmen.
guy that we just rescued.
Counselor
What's his name?
Turloff.
Tuffian? Turloff, sorry.
Turloff.
This
Okay.
guy right here.
So we spoke with Counselor Turloff, who is the leader of the tradesmen.
Yeah.
Saying that we brought the prices down. Look, what I said before, we brought the prices down. They're probably not going to be as low as they were before the emergency, but there won't be any more price gouging.
All right.
We're going to need all the tradesmen to pitch in. We're going to need them to do everything they can for this war effort.
So Syntha's being forced to return prices to somewhat normal, allowing the tradesmen to get back to work in crafting and constructing all the goods. So this makes the tradesmen quite happy, and they're going to volunteer a bunch of extra soldiers for the army because of this.
That was going to be my next step. It's like on top of extra work, we need volunteers.
This inspires many of them to join and to help out more. However, the
Service
downside,
guarantees citizenship.
the
Would you like to know
downside,
more?
because you've pissed off the merchants, you won't get equipment that is as good. So more people, shittier equipment.
I mean, when there's a trade-off like that, at least we can say we did the right thing for the common man.
Yeah, that's a
Not
tough
those.
choice. No matter which way you go,
Parasite.
you're gonna lose something. Either you're gonna lose soldiers or you're gonna lose equipment.
They just want to die.
How much time is left again till the war? Like 1 week left?
Nobody knows. You have limited
We're
time.
given about a week, and I think we've used up. This is the end of day 2 of running around doing missions, or day 3?
This is, I think, day 4. Tomorrow's gonna be day 5.
Okay. So we've got a few more days of time to do some missions.
And I gave you a rough estimate that Uruk could probably attack within a couple weeks.
Oh, a few weeks. I thought you said a week. Okay.
A couple weeks, so like 2.
Uh,
So you
You
probably
single?
I
have
say
more
we
than
had.
you probably have 8 or 9 days before any chance of Uruk showing up.
I say we
So
go
what
back to the.
is? I was gonna say, what is the opportunity we can still get an expedition crew to clear out the iron mines and obtain at least some irons for maybe the merchants and the tradesmen. Maybe we can make them a little bit more happier and get better equipment for the war effort.
Well, we can pitch that idea this evening. Let's go back to the evening council meeting, update them on
Is-
the progress we've made, and see if they will fund an expedition.
There won't be another
That we
council
will
meeting
be-
until tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Wow. Wow. All right. Well, in the morning, we can update them and see if
Right.
they'll now be
And
willing
we
to trust
go
us
to
with an expedition.
Well, hold your horses, because on your way back to the inn, something happens.
Oh,
Ooh.
uh-oh.
And Frias and Diamond never showed up.
It's
They did
already
not.
8 o'clock over here. Damn.
All right.
Yeah,
As you're
I
traveling,
got-
as you're traveling through one of the poorer parts of town, a knot of citizens clusters around the well. The usual market sounds of hawkers haggling are noticeably absent. A tall speaker is haranguing the crowd. Vrensa, the speaker, looks a little bit familiar. They seem to be talking to the crowd, telling them all sorts of things. Let's see. He is saying, "Who says an Urukite army is coming? Have you seen it? So why do they say an army is coming? Because they want you to live in fear, that's why. Look there, Templar stooges. They're trying to lie to you and dissuade you from living your normal lives, trying to trick you into thinking Uruk's coming when they're not. This is all a scheme to keep Tithian in power." And he points directly at your party.
You're a fucking idiot.
I look
I'm
right at
flattered that you
him.
think I'm Tithian.
I look right at him. I spit at the ground, which I assume is a pretty big insult in a desert society,
Mm.
since I'm wasting water, so to speak. And I say, "You know nothing of Earth. I left there with King Calic gone. There's no reason why they wouldn't try to seize the iron mines. It's virtually guaranteed that they're on their way."
The man, the street preacher, shouts, "Don't listen to these stooges. They work for Tithian. Tithian wants to enslave you the way Calic did."
If he wanted to
We were
enslave us,
put
then
down
why
for
did he
free.
release the slaves?
Exactly. You
That seems
stop
kind
right
of
on.
ass backwards to me that he
And if there
released the
was a war
slaves just to
coming-
enslave.
When there
Makes
is
no
a war,
logic.
Some members of the crowd say, "Hey, wait a minute. He's right. We are free now." In the commotion, the street preacher, the vaguely familiar-looking half-elf bearded man, has disappeared into the crowd and off into the alleys.
Well,
Adam.
I was gonna. As soon as I see him go, I'm gonna sick. As soon as he turns to go, I'm sicking Daggermaw after him.
Unfortunately,
See if he
he's
can help
invisible.
on her. That's
Smell
fine.
him. Smell him.
She can smell him.
Smell him.
Smell him. Track.
Nope, it failed.
Ah.
Aw, DM Fiat. Man.
It's not so much Fiat as this guy is a super spy and he's got a bag of tricks up his sleeve. He's also got the street urchin background, which means he can move at double speed through the back alleys. He's also got disguise. He's got a variety of items that can either make him invisible or disguise him or help him to move in ways that you can't follow easily.
so what you're telling me
That's
is
twice now this guy's gotten away from us. I say next time I just shoot him.
He was even in disguise this time. You saw through his disguise because it wasn't a very good one. but it was definitely that same half elf that was sowing discontent in the back alleys among the Templars.
I say we report his activities to the nearest Templar station.
Mm. All right. After reporting
Do they
his
have one of those
activities,
little police phone booths on the corner?
the Templars are going to generate a wanted poster. He is now a wanted man, and posters are going to go up around town saying that if you see this man, he's a dissident from Uruk and should be captured by any means necessary, dead or alive.
Aren't you a
What's
dissident?
what's the bounty on him?
The
That's
bounty.
definitely something Brett said.
The bounty for an Urukite spy, 10 gold coins.
Ah, excellent.
It's
Like literal gold coin?
That's 1,000 ceramic. Yeah,
1,000 ceramic.
yeah. That's a nice chunk of change.
They're trying to capture him?
Trying to
Oh,
kill.
it's dead or alive. I mean, it really doesn't matter. We can bring him in warm or we can bring him in cold.
I hope cold.
Can I just bring his head? Can I bite off his neck with my king form?
It said dead or alive on the
Awesome.
poster.
Can I sing him a song
Alive-
after he falls asleep during combat?
Alive is probably better. You can't. Well, I mean, I guess you can question a dead man because it's D&D, but it's harder to question a dead man.
Tia, what was your question?
Oh, it was a statement. Like, can I sing him a song to make sure he falls asleep during combat? Yes, you can. You're a bard.
If you have
You
a
know
bard
spell-
spell that puts people to sleep, yes.
I know sleep. Yeah,
Hopefully he has low enough HP to do it.
bards aren't violent. They're not.
Sleep is really strong against a single target at the lower levels. It's just not real effective on crowds. But low levels on a single target, you can knock things that are like level 3 or 4 right to sleep. Unless they're like a fighter, or barbarian type of
You can't really
nonsense.
be brutal with the bard unless you sing someone's head off, which is, I guess, sounds cool.
While you're at the Templar's place, they're going to thank you for the previous capture. They interrogated the merchant, and they found 5 Templars were involved in the conspiracy, and a number of guardsmen as well, and they've all been put to the sword since.
Ooh,
They've been killed.
Yes.
yeah.
Was
Okay.
that a wise idea considering we kind of need every man available for the army?
What happened to their gear?
Keep in mind, a significant portion of those guards were going to stay behind in the city anyway, so they weren't going to be part of the army.
Yeah.
What happened to their gear?
I say, have you ever considered the benefits of an Imperial Penal Legion?
An interesting idea.
It's a 40K reference. Sorry, I don't know if you're into Warhammer or not.
A little bit. I don't play it, but I like the lore.
Long seemed to question. I heard Penal Legion question mark.
Yeah, right. They have those like
I like
planets where they're all
Warhammer, but
prisoners.
I'm not like super. Yeah, I'm not
Into the
familiar.
lore.
Yeah.
So the Imperial, the Empire of Humanity, one of the things they do is if you're convicted of a capital offense, they put this collar that's full of combat drugs on you, give you a really shitty gun, no armor, and just point you in the general direction of their enemies. And if you don't fight, they blow up your collar. And when you do fight, they shoot you full of drugs.
Yep.
So that you just kind of go berserk.
Hey, what if you-
And yeah, those drugs will reduce your lifespan, but you're dead anyways, whether you get shot, killed, or just have a heart attack from the drugs. They really
What
don't
if-
care.
It's just
What
like
if
in
you win the fight?
StarCraft. StarCraft did the exact same thing with prisoners being locked into power armor and forced to fight the Zerg swarm. Such a Warhammer ripoff.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
What if-
Warhammer's been around since the 70s. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff that's just a Warhammer ripoff just because it's like been around forever.
That one's
What
pretty
if you-
explicit though.
Nothing is original anymore.
What if you survive the drugs and the fight?
I mean, how much of just was it Starship Troopers is entirely ripped off from Warhammer?
Mm.
Drop pods full of power armored people fighting alien insects ravaging across the universe.
Yeah. I don't know. I think Starship Troopers, the novel, was probably written before Warhammer was a thing, so Warhammer might have actually ripped off Starship Troopers.
You think Starship Troopers was written in the 60s?
I
I
think
wonder
so.
when Ray. It's Ray Bradbury did that one, huh?
No.
No? Who did Starship Troopers?
What is that guy's
I
name?
have to Google it.
Robert A. Heinlein. That's the guy.
Oh, Heinlein,
1959.
yes.
It was written in 1959.
Oh, all right. So clearly, Warhammer took inspiration from him and not the other way around.
Yeah.
People in Switzerland, this is a Warhammer stream.
But the books are very different than the movie. In the books, the bugs are actually intelligent, have a full civilization, use technology and stuff
Yep.
like that.
Yep. Like they have power armor and laser guns and stuff.
Yeah, they just happen to be insectoid rather than mammalian.
Yeah.
Is Warhammer Vermintide connected to Warhammer lore whatsoever?
Yes.
So there's Warhammer
There's-
medieval fantasy, and then there's Warhammer 40,000,
Yeah.
which is future sci-fi. So
Takes place
Vermintide
in the
is
year 40,000.
Vermintide's just medieval fantasy. It takes place in the medieval period.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have crossovers in the lore, but according to the official canon, the place that Warhammer Fantasy takes place on is not even in the same universe as the 40K one.
All right. I never heard that. I thought they actually were like on a direct timeline.
It wasn't a timeline. There was a lot of speculation.
But I'm just
like, in
assuming.
the
So like
90s.
that's not based on anything. I just thought that.
Yeah, there was some back and forth in the 90s and the early 2000s as to whether or not they should make the planet that the fantasy world happens in be one of those hell planets that is stuck in the Eye of Terror
Yeah.
and is actually happening contemporaneously with 40K.
I think on
So it's not even historical. So
there was a website I was reading, like one of those wiki pages. It's like the Chan one, like the comical 40K page they have. They were talking about how it ties into the original through like the dwarves. Like in the early edition of Warhammer 40K, they had the dwarves, and they had some lore tying it into the
Mhm.
dwarves from the original fantasy series.
well, there is a tie-in in a sense because the lizardmen from the lizardmen is what ties it together.
Yeah.
Because you had the Slan, which were these lizard people in the 1970s version of 40K, and those got retconned into being like the warrior priest of the progenitors. And in the fantasy world, you have the Slan, which are like the priest gods of the lizard men, who were put on the planet that Warhammer takes place in by the ancients. So it's kind of like that's what kind of ties the two together. And then, of course, all the chaos stuff is just completely exactly the same between the two worlds.
All right, we are getting a little bit more off topic then.
Hell yeah.
I feel like we can
Warhammer
get back
40K.
to
You
D&D.
know what?
I don't know.
You got a Warhammer 40K table ready, right?
I haven't got much else for tonight, so I don't know. Since we're missing a few people, maybe we should just wrap it up there. It's
We're missing-
11:24
All
anyway.
right.
So we got in a lot, and then we can pick up the next day when everyone's
I
here.
did not
My
expect that to
apologies
get
for
this
the
far.
sidetrack. I'm really into Warhammer.
Yeah, I have a full table set up for Warhammer. I was gonna run a game.
When?
Tabletop Warhammer.
Yeah, like D&D Warhammer.
Wait, D&D Warhammer? How would
Yeah,
that?
there was gonna be a 5e game based on Warhammer.
Like, then it's going to take place in the Warhammer universe, or?
Yep, it
Oh,
was
so
gonna
you
be
want
Are you
them to
doing
use
this like custom, or is this just like there's like a book and stuff for it, like already
heavily
made?
homebrewed. Yeah,
All right.
There
It's just like
is
this.
actually.
sort of based on
Go ahead.
like a mod somebody made, like a homebrew mod. Somebody has like a Warhammer 40K homebrew that they made. There's several web pages about it, and they had a lot done. So I just sort of took that and ran with it.
There are also official systems for Warhammer Fantasy and Warhammer 40K RPGs.
I have those as well. I haven't read them though. I wouldn't know how to run them.
they're nothing. They don't copy the Roll20 system all that well.
But doesn't the lore for 40k go as deep as a hamster's pussy?
Uh,
What?
No,
I mean, as deep as the Mariana Trench.
that's more like it. Yeah, there's a lot of lore. You could watch 40k lore for like 1,000 hours on YouTube.
There's I think over 100 books now of
Mm.
Warhammer novels too.
I've got a
that just-
Kindle with like 20 of those books on it.
Yeah.
There's
I
100.
I looked up a bunch of the ones that are really
There-
good, and I put them on my Kindle.
There's a handful of them that are really good, but a lot of them are just kind of like the pulp sci-fi kind of level of they get a loose background given to them by the makers of Warhammer, and then they just hire some nobody writer to just go to town and just write whatever nonsense they want to write
Sure.
based on loose background. And so some of them are just god awful, like you can't even read them.
Wow. Well, some people really
That's
seem
my
to like
opinion.
them.
Oh yeah, some of them are great. I'm just saying some of them, in my opinion, are just garbage. I'm a snob. I'm a sci-fi snob. I can't help it.
All right, Cyberfrog,
Nerd.
have you updated all of your note cards? I'm going to save the table.
I don't think we did anything. We didn't really get the equipment or anything, did we?
New
I keep all
laptop.
my money on my spreadsheet.
I might
Well,
want some
good.
equipment. And
New
since
I'm gonna call it a
nothing
night, guys.
appears to be metal, I think I can wear some heavy armor.
It'd
Wait,
be really
okay.
funny.
Can
It'd
I,
be really
can I
funny if
cast
Diamond-
spells with heavy armor?
I believe so.
As long as it's not metal.
As far
Is
as
it
I know,
true?
in 5e, armor does not impede spellcasting pretty
Oh,
much
wait,
at
but
all.
I can't rage with heavy armor, so at least
Yeah.
it has to be medium armor.
It'd be really funny if Diamond just joined right now and say, "Okay, guys, I'm ready."
He probably went home and went right to sleep.
2 hours late.
He would have gone to bed by now anyway. And
Yes,
Krius, I don't know what
no.
happened to him. I'll ask what was up with him.
He actually died, and we just sat here and played D&D as he died.
I doubt it. I don't know what the deal is. It must have been something big because he's usually pretty excited to play D&D twice a week.
Maybe it's the season of depression.
I'm gonna be playing D&D tomorrow because allegedly we're moving our Saturday game, which was moved to Sunday. We're moving it to Thursday, so I'm doing 2-day D&D in a row.
Hmm.
You're cheating on us.
So I'll have the chance
He's
to ask
been
Krius
doing
what his story for today was tomorrow.
The problem with getting any kind of armor is that it's basically the same thing. Like it adds the same amount of armor as my constitution, so like it doesn't really do anything
Hmm.
as my unarmored defense. So spending money on it doesn't help unless I have a lot of money, which I could get some high quality medium armor. Then it helps, but right now, no.
So shit.
So what?
So yawn, 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 yawn.
I think it's more yawn. So hello, people in Twitchland.
Hello,
I forgot
people
to
in
say hello.
Twitchland. We're gonna be ending the
Hello.
stream now. Hope you
Yeah,
enjoyed
well, I
it.
hope nobody heard the thing about the hamster.
I hope those 2 viewers, one being me, enjoyed the stream.
The other being me. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great.
The 2 viewers.